Hello world, welcome, or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Thursday, October 24th, 2019, and we're back, baby. Did you guys hear me? Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Let me get some hearts or some type of love. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear, please, and thank you in advance. Okay. Thank you, Tyra. All right. So we're live. I got Miss Nia Marie on the line, y'all. Or as I call her.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, good.
I came in early.
Let's do that. Let's rewind that. Take two. I've got Miss Nia Marie on the line, y'all. Or as I like to call her, the queen of diction and the internet etiquette.
Oh, hey! I love that.
Hello.
Hey, Jody.
So you guys can hear both of us good? I just want to make sure because I'm about to dive in to some shiznits.
Ooh. We've got all of our goddesses here, all of our warriors here.
Hey, Mrs. Wells.
Might be missing a few.
Hey, Sam, Deshawn, the Mocha Duchess in the house, Auntie Annette. Yeah, we probably have a couple people come through, but we don't wait, do we?
We keep it going. They'll have to get us on the playback. On
the replay, as I like to say. Yes. Sounds great. That's what I want to hear. Thank you, Mocha Duchess. All right, so we have quite a few topics on the agenda tonight. So, let's just dive right on in. First and foremost, I want to bring some attention to a little petition that one of our goddess warriors put together for us to get that pedophilia monster back in jail. The one, I had his name too. Dang it. His name doesn't matter. But if the story is, the little boy, we talked about him yesterday. Matter of fact, if you did not see our child victim tribute yesterday's live, check that one out. It's funny. I actually really enjoyed the show, but it's like one of the lowest viewed videos outside of my meditation, of course, that I've seen so far. But I can understand it. Nobody really wants to click on something that's probably going to depress them. But we have some good stuff in there, so please check it out if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, and his name is Gregory Michael Johnston.
Bam.
He is in Indiana, and I think he's got quite a bit of attention. I think it's Waka Flocka's wife, who maybe she was one of the first ones to get the case out on social media. So I don't know what has happened since then, but hopefully we'll start to see some additional movement there. So
yeah,
we're gonna be poking at that in addition to our R. Kelly work.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna scroll right on back up on these comments because I saw something that I'm gonna address here. So hi Angela, how you doing, girl? Let's see. It had to do with Azriel. Let's see here. I saw it. I know I did. Here we go. Oh, Ty, what's happening? So Ty is saying quick. Azriel said something on Snapchat. Okay. What did she say? I think I saw something. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing where she's telling somebody that nobody's got her kidnapped and mind your business type of thing. If that's it, then yeah, I think somebody posted that on the other side. I peeped it, and It is what it is. We don't really know what's really going on with that, do we?
Right.
Wink,
I
wink.
Mean, yeah. You know, anyone could set up any account. I mean, I could make an account right now and go on Twitter and say, I'm R. Kelly, and I'm guilty, which, that sounds like a good idea. But, you know, you don't know you don't know where it's coming from. So,
Exactly.
really, it doesn't do anything, right? I mean, do you think that, I doubt the court is going to really let that in and say, oh, as per this tweet, she's fine, you know, or anything like that. So it's just more fodder for the hive, I think.
And I certainly agree with you. It's all a bunch of confusion. We're going to get all types of stuff like this. And I don't know who's orchestrating it or what the purpose of it is, but keep on bringing it if that's what you want to do, because, you know, whether she says that or not, or, you know, the facts are the facts. We have lots of discovery. We went through the discovery about 4 weeks ago, if you all recall. I didn't necessarily go line by line, but I pretty much gave the gist of it, and, you know, something that I don't know if everyone actually listened to. It's on record.
Yeah, this sounds like,
look in the archives.
First time I'm hearing about this information.
Yeah, I don't know if, you know, you were actually on with me at that time. So, that's probably what the issue is. Maybe I have to whip that out once again. So, we've gotten the Azrael. Is there anything else about that I'm missing before we move on? Azrael most wanted. Okay. Hey, Kendra, you made it. You might it. Keep R. Kelly Downs in the house. I saw another R. Kelly in jail or something handle. If that person is there, let me see you. Show yourself.
I know I was going to say, show yourself.
Missy Powell, what's happening? Thanks for joining. I don't see Miss Kim. That's who I was looking for. Hopefully she is able to join us. Oh, okay. Truth Seeker. I don't see you either. I know, huh, Kendra? All right. Well, we tried to do something scheduled, and hopefully you guys saw some post or something that, or, you know, whatever the case. We're glad you're here. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, no, let me scratch that. For those of you who are not new to the channel, you know, the goddess experience, as I like to call it, you know, we talk about Sylvester and his Peehive. Miss Kim. Yes. Warrior. I know. I love you for that. Team Truth. Okay. So let me go back. Because I actually really like that, what I said right there. Okay. You got me there? You listening? Are you here?
I'm there. And I'm noticing that we're already using Goddess Warrior.
Yes, so. Priscilla. Yes. I love it. Deshaun's on board. Okay, Deshaun.
Yes,
Deshaun.
Well,
yeah.
Sounds like we're not going to do a vote. We're not going to do the Beyonce. Okay.
We've voted. We don't need physical votes. We vote by energy, and we got this. Okay. Joy's not going to testify. She has nothing to do with the indictment. Azrael's name is a part of the indictment. I don't know if they need her. Do they need her to testify since she was a minor at the time? I don't know. So let me go back. For those of you who are not new to this channel, the Goddess Experience, you know we talk about Sylvester and his Peehive. Yes. Now, if you are asking yourself, who is Sylvester and what is a Peehive, you may have landed on the wrong channel. Maybe.
Like what did you click on? What do you think this was?
Or maybe not. Let's not yet. Let's give them a second. Let's take a short quiz and see how you fare. Okay? Number 1. Are you a fan / supporter of Robert Sylvester Kelly, a.k.a. R. Kelly, a.k.a. Sylvester, as I like to call him, a.k.a. we can go on and on with that. But the question is...
Yes.
Go ahead. Add your names. Yep.
I just threw her a Pied Piper.
Oh, yeah. AKA the Pied Piper.
I mean, does anyone in the chat have any nicknames for R. Kelly that we can throw out? Pissy Peehive. Okay.
Talk about him and his pissy Peehive. So,
okay. So we all know who we're talking
yes,
about.
we know who we're talking about. But the question is for those of you...
Okay.
Yes, the question is for those of you who may be new to the channel and not really sure what you're about to get into here. The question is, do you fuck with R. Kelly or not? That's the real question before we get into this. If the answer... If the answer is yes, then yeah, this content will probably not sit well with you. Just a warning. But, you know, you're welcome to stay, of course. Just don't get ignorant up in here, because we don't play that. We got Deshaun on the mod squad.
Warrior.
Goddess warriors in effect. So, if the answer, though, is I don't know, and if you're on the fence, I think today is going to be the day you decide. But if you're still on the fence after this commentary, you know, after we get into those brain cells of yours, and you're still on the fence, then, my friend, I think you belong to what we call the Peehive.
Gross.
What is the Peehive, you might want to be asking still? Okay, the Peehive are his cult. His fans and supporters who bully victims, shame and bash them also. They won't hear any facts about the indictments, even though the receipts are actual court records. And we're talking bond hearing transcripts, grand jury transcripts, and a whole discovery list.
Yep.
Within those documents, we've been told there's a star witness who has testified to the grand jury, attesting to Sylvester's criminal abuse, rape, coercion, the whole nine. His acquittal in 2008 was ill-gotten. He has a price to pay. He hurt a lot of people. You know, when you hurt people to the degree that we've heard, read, and you know, you don't only hurt the person, you hurt the parents, you hurt children, other children, family members, and that karma right there, let me get into my Levi, my cousin, that karma right there, that karma goes deep, far, and wide, you feel me? Deep, far, and wide. So, you know, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you still want to hang out, that's cool. But let me let you know this. Your boy, he's a rap. He is a rap.
He's done.
Dunzo. So last...
I don't even know.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say.
You go ahead now.
I was listening to a blogger today. A vlogger. It's actually a V.
Right.
You and I probably know that.
Yeah.
People are saying blogger, but anyway, one of the gals over there, so there's kind of among the Peehive, there's kind of a distinction, right? So you kind of have, and I think we've all heard that, and maybe we haven't all heard, but there have been rumors about some of the victims. I don't know any of this really to be true, but some of the victims had to eat feces. And so I think it's only appropriate that we kind of make the distinction amongst the Peehive, because some of them are the Peehive, and some of them are really the shit hive.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yes. Because because I mean it's true. So you kind of have your phases, and then you have your Kevin Terrell. You know, so that's kind of the spectrum we're looking at. You kind of have a little tinkle, and then you kind of have your full-blown diarrhea.
So who's on which team here? What are we saying?
Oh, gosh, you know, it'd be hard to say. Definitely, well, I put phases, I put Carolina Not a Diamond. I know you have a different...
excuse me, Carolina Cubic Zirconia to you.
Yeah,
and the whole world.
Yeah, that's... Well, yeah, Not a Diamond. Yeah, we'll just say Carolina Cubic. Yes. She's definitely on the P side. So we're just
okay, so like, she's the lighter... The lighter version.
You know, but not a lot of water.
Well, I have some audio I'll be playing of her. And we'll decide again after we hear the type of treachery she's up to on her platform.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I haven't had a lot of water. Maybe that tea's a little dark. I don't know.
We'll get to it.
Maybe that's some asparagus tea.
We'll get to it.
So I was listening to a video that Phases had, and she had a very cryptic, kind of ominous tone. And the message that she is putting out is very much, I think R. Kelly's probably going to do time. So let's prepare for that. And in the meantime, stop acting ignorant, because you're making it worse.
Exactly.
Peehive is who she was directing that to. Hey, shit hive, with all this bullshit. Okay.
And the shit hive is who again now?
Well, Kevin Terrell, definitely shit hive. I think Dana, he straddles the line, right?
Really? You think so?
I do, because I think he plays both sides. I don't think he's running around. I think he's just in a diaper, you know? He doesn't know if he wants to, I don't know, he's on a liquid diet, some solids. Yeah, he just is like, what do you think he is? Do you think he's shit hive?
Heck, I definitely think he's shit hive. Dana J? Oh. Who is the master of ceremonies of this circus that they've got going on over there? Are you serious right now? He's like the main culprit. He's the one stirring up. I mean, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. And he's doing the most. He lies. Like you even said, I think the last live or the one before actually, that he will just go with whatever flow is happening in that moment. He will be that chameleon who just meshes with whoever he's talking to, you know. So the problem with him though is that he records everybody. And what do you think about Winbush's, that's Sharon Winbush.
Oh, Bushy is definite, you know?
What do you think about her saying that Dana J is facing jail time possibly because of recording Greenberg without his knowledge? And that he also has 3 videos that he has published on his channel that can get him prison time. This is her saying this on a video.
Okay.
About Dana. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know.
keep R. Kelly down. It's like the Peehive is a bunch of morons, basically. We don't really even have to go through all of this.
Have to go through bodily functions.
I don't even know how this happened, but we can flow with it. Let's go.
I don't think.
I agree, Tasha. Sorry.
I think Dana will absolutely end up doing some time. I think overall he'll end up probably under the 3 strikes law, and I'm talking lifetime, you know. But I don't think he's going to do time because of recording Greenberg. I mean, Greenberg is like, he probably is committing crimes himself, or
exactly
crimes committed against him. This is all, you know, a whole cesspool of non-sensory. Recording an attorney.
He was in the courthouse.
Is the least of Dana's worries. They need to be worried about that money laundering. You know,
you mean the defense fund? That defense fund?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some audio about that I want to talk about too. Definitely we're going to talk about that. So, I agree with you, Mocha, about, she said Bushy went in on Dana, though. I was dying. I don't like her either, but her clapback was on point. Her insults to Dana made my day. I agree with that.
Her clapback game is precise. It's surgical.
Yeah,
I feel like she's writing it ahead of time. She's in the thesaurus. She's like executing.
She does have all her shit mapped out. She has like a script. Like, I literally do have notes here, but these are like free flowing notes. They're not like a script where I'm like, okay, and then I'm gonna say this. It's more me just chilling and vibing and just writing. But this 50, I think it's 504. I agree with her too. Now I don't forgot what she said, but girl, I'm with you.
Yes,
let me
to let's share. Yeah, and I think there's a kernel of truth in
Kevin Terrell is an ass.
Kevin Terrell. But yeah, I definitely think Sharon has some insight. I do struggle with her message just because overall I think she's dishonest. I think that, and I don't want to say dishonest. I think that she has a job and she's doing it. But I think that she's. I don't like what I see. I think it's
something about her. It's something about her. I don't know. And it's not that she doesn't show her face, because I don't show mine. And let me tell you, it don't have nothing to do with the looks. It has to do with the fact that I have a life. We're going to talk about the victim bashing later, and we'll associate all these things. But let me really quickly interject something here. I'm in the comments. I'm in the chat. I love it in the chat. All right. So remember we were asking for other nicknames. Well, I have to shout these out. R. Kelly's jail cell. R. Kelly's jail cell is like the best handled, dude. Like, that's like the funniest. Very creative. We need to have one of those little things too one day about like who has the best handle. We need to do something. Okay. R. Kelly's jail cell called him the pee-pee man. Okay. I like this, so elementary. That's why I like it. Keep R. Kelly down. Okay. No, she's just said get mad when he's guilty, when he found guilty. They all gonna be mad, girl. R. Kelly's jail cell also said P Warrior. No. We're not gonna put Warrior in that. But she said the P Warrior is his other name. Smelly Kelly, Jody, I got you, because I used that one before. Piss Bandit. Deshaun said R Monster. Deshaun.
Very just straight to the point. Like, why are you trying to be creative?
Just a couple more, please. People get mad when I guess they don't know about this channel and they come here and they're all comfortable, like, I'm going to listen to something about R. Kelly. And then they hear this shit and they just get in my comments like, you're just disgusting. It's just a serious matter. You're just making fun of it serious matter. Okay, check my archives, okay? I know how serious this is. A sister got to let loose sometimes. Don't get mad at the player. Get mad at the game. I'm just vlogging, okay? So, a couple more.
And on top of...
go ahead. Oh, okay.
Well, I was just going to say on top of that, I mean, we're in the trenches every day.
Right.
We are reading about this stuff. The stuff is hideous.
Sign the petition.
And at some point, you have to inject a little bit of, I don't want to say comedy, but we have to, in some ways, not make light of it, but we have to get the message out in a way that's palatable. We can't be on here, crying and mourning every night. Last night was hard.
Oh, last night was pretty tough. Yeah. But it came out well. Goddess warriors. Okay. A couple more. Dorsey's resource. Huh, interesting. All right. Sugar P Daddy. Sugar. It reminds me, I instantly thought of P Diddy for some reason. Oh yeah. He could be, I could do a play off of that too. P Diddy. Diddly. Oh, he does sing, right? So P Diddly. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait. J-Man 4208. I call him sick bastard, king of rape and beatings. Oh my God. Yes, that's like hardcore right there. Winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's.
Well, especially when they call him the king of R&B. I'm like, yeah, rape and bondage. So.
Oh,
and then like, block.
Marcus said the pissy piper.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, let me see. Tasha, Goddess Nia, fans don't want to believe this. I was that person before. Oh, that's interesting. But with facts and understanding what's going on, it's so clear. I feel like a fool for supporting all these years. Wow, Tasha. That's pretty deep right there. You know what, though? Kudos to you for growth and, like you said, understanding and listening to the facts, taking them in. Like, this is someone who knows that life is about ascension, and that is growth, rising from level to level to level. Like, you're gonna stay just stuck on stupid for no, I'm sorry, Tasha, not talking about you, of course. I'm talking about I have certain vloggers in mind when I'm saying this. You gonna be stuck on stupid forever, even after he's convicted? I bet you we should even have, well, I don't know if I can do this legally, but I'll just say I'm curious to see how they will react, some of them, if they're still going to cry injustice, or will some come around like Tasha and be intelligent about the matter, take in all the facts, look at everything, and listen to these victims. How about that? We talked about them yesterday when we were speaking of the children. And honestly, as a victim is a victim. I mean, a child, of course, we have to protect our children, but a victim, once victimized, is a victim, and you have to listen. You have to, of course, it's not an easy accusation, nor is it an easy charge to get prosecuted. It takes a lot to go through something like that, especially with somebody like Sylvester. So, anyway, we'll get to that too, because I have a comment someone made in my the last video, I think, and it kind of sums all of this up for me. So where are we going now? Let me get into, before I move into this transcript, we're going to talk about the defense's comeback for the arguments that the prosecution had for him to stay in, which they obviously won. He's in jail. And they actually won permanent detention for him for this, and this is both New York and Illinois. So it wasn't like it was like some temporary thing. Oh, we're going to detain him for 30 days and you can come back. But yet they come back with all this bullshit to try to get him released. But they're not even coming correct, honestly. Miss Kim, now that's real mad luck and respect to you. Okay, I must be missing something of that. All right, so let's get to this prosecution. I'm sorry. So the prosecution, last time we were talking about this, they went through all the different things that the bond motion addressed. They combated them. Like, nope. We have this, we have that. They have the tapes. They show his face up close and personal in the camera. They show that mole. They got 3 tapes, and they have 4 that they know exist. And sounds to me like they're working on getting it, and they're still working people over and all that good stuff. They talked about his intimidation tactics from the previous trial. They bring up Roshana Landfair and say that she and her parents have testified that he did coerce her. He did also abuse and rape her as a teen, and that she is going to testify again. So all that stuff came out, and so now Greenberg comes up. It's his turn to talk to the judge and try to get his client out. So let's see what he had to say.
A bunch of BS.
Bunch of it. So first of all, he addresses the travel. He doesn't travel. He continues to say, in connection with the Illinois proceedings, I turned in his passport. He said that several times, and he's saying, I looked at the passport before I turned it in. It was 7 or 8 years old. It didn't have a single stamp in it. He hadn't been anywhere. He hadn't been anywhere. He repeats that. Hasn't traveled around the United States for the last years. I don't know what the last years is. I don't know if the stenographer didn't put the number of years, or he just said the last years. Like we're in Game of Thrones. It's the last years. Like, what is that? Okay.
It's the last of years.
So he goes on, every once in a while, he goes to play a concert somewhere. He'll travel to the concert. And and I've said this before, this is Greenberg talking, you guys. I've said this before, unlike the song, his most famous song, which is I Believe I Can Fly, Mr. Kelly doesn't fly. He doesn't like to fly. He drives to concerts unless it's somewhere he can't fly to. I mean,
I just feel like Greenberg got that one line right there, and he has to keep repeating it because he gets to make that comparison. Like, I'm gonna say about this song, I Believe I Can Fly, but he doesn't like to fly. And every chance, that's just gonna be all through the trial. That's just gonna be in every article and every interview for the next 30 years. He's gonna keep saying that line. Go ahead.
I think he brings that up. Well, I saw some video of R. Kelly celebrating with, I believe it was Doug Anton and his team or his family. Looks like it was at someone's home. And R. Kelly was there like a show pony, singing I Believe I Can Fly, and, all the things they knew. I think that's just what they know of him, is I Believe I Can Fly. So they just think that's like, that should give him a get out of jail free card or something. Like, he wrote I Believe I Can Fly. He performed I Believe I Can Fly. He should be president of the United States. Not only let out of jail, but we should give him the key to the kingdom. Like, this is what Greenberg is presenting this as. So he goes on to say, so for instance, if he has a concert in California, he may have to take a plane. He gets medicated. I can't. Okay, let me go. He gets medicated. He goes on the flight. That's one of the reasons he never travels to do concerts internationally, because he doesn't like to fly. Okay, you guys keep this in mind internationally, because there's something that I'm going to bring to the table. It's an audio of his cousin. And we're going to be talking about this international business. So he says, that's one of the reasons he never travels to do concerts internationally, because he doesn't like to fly. He's got a van. He travels in his van. So he's not at a risk to go to the airport and take off. And frankly, he would be recognized anyway. He's not going anywhere, is what he says. You don't think if he wanted to go unrecognized, he definitely could go unrecognized, because the motherfucker I'm looking at in these pictures from court most recently, he and a motherfucking nigga on the block. Like, who, you know what I mean? Like, who
he'll plop a wig on his head and be looking like that chick in
Jody.
I mean, he'll leave. That's it. That's all there is to it. If he gets the chance,
you guys are funny.
He's going to flee. And I don't know why people are acting or just being so dishonest about this. Right?
Is it dishonesty, or is it just playing crazy?
Hey, it could be either one.
What about this motion argument? I don't understand this. Okay, let me just get through. I have just a couple other highlights, because I don't want to spend all the time on this, but I'm laying this out just so we can be on the same page. I like my recaps. I like making sure, because we do have people here who've not been here before. They're checking it out like, I don't know about these people. I mean, I kind of agree, but I don't know if these people are legit. But Green Booger. We're naming Greenberg now. Green Booger. Green Ball's Breath. Okay, so he goes on to say he has no family or friends that reside outside of the United States. He has no.
What about them sisters, though? What about them sisters, though?
Outside of the United States, says.
Oh, I'm jumping.
We gotta talk about sisters too, because they're part of what we were talking about. Yeah. So says he has no contact with people under 18. Like, how can you even say that? Like, as an outside person, like, he has no contact with anyone under the age of 18. Well, I guess because he's his lawyer. That's what they do, right? No one under 18 lives with him. No one, not anymore, because they've aged a few years now, right?
Exactly.
Okay. No one under 18 lives around, it says. So you're telling me in Trump Tower, nobody under 18 in Trump Tower?
Right.
Okay. Sorry, my papers are ruffling. Says, and they had to ask questions about internet. Wait, I think I lost the page. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, no, I'll be right. And they had to ask questions about internet and so forth. He has internet. He records on a computer. He records. Obviously, you have to use the internet to do anything with the computer. And right now, Your Honor, he lives in a small, it's essentially a 1-bedroom. I think they call it plus den unit in Trump Tower on the 48th floor. A secure building, obviously. Yeah, so secure they couldn't get up there to serve him for various lawsuits that were coming his way. It's more so a protection for him rather than a secure building. Says here too, let me go down because this goes on about how he lives there and he records there, and he's taken the whole den for that. So that basically just leaves the bedroom and I guess the kitchen for the girls. But let's see what else is pertinent here. It says he has no criminal record. That's one that the Peehive loves to parade around on a banner, wave it around. He has no criminal record. Hashtag no criminal record. He's being kidnapped. It says, and I'll get into the earlier case in a minute, but he has no criminal record, he says. He's basically saying these are third and fourth cases that Mr. Kelly has been charged with of real substance. There are, and actually they're the fourth and fifth. What is he even talking about? He got charged with a case in Florida that was dismissed back when the other charges were pending here in Illinois back in 2002 and 2003. Oh, really, Greenberg?
Did Greenberg say that?
Yeah, he said this. Wait, let me read that again. Okay. So I'm gonna die. After he tells the judge, but he has no criminal record, okay? And then he says, I'm going to deal with that earlier case in a minute. He goes on to say, these are the third and fourth cases that Mr. Kelly has been charged with of real substance. So he's admitting that these cases have real substance. Then he says, actually, they're the fourth and the fifth. I mean, doesn't this make him keep looking worse and worse? Like he's just getting piled on by his own lawyer.
Right.
Then he says he got charged with the case in Florida that was dismissed back when the other charges were pending here in Illinois back in 2002 and 2003. So with that being said, okay, so it was dismissed, but there's still charges coming at him at that time outside of the indictment from 2002, the big one that went to trial. There were other charges that he's admitting, you know.
He said, so give him a bond.
Right. I mean, he's arguing for bond, mind you.
Right.
But he seemed to me opening Pandora's box as opposed to giving a good argument to let him out. It's more so put him deep in the hole. Make sure he never comes out of there. That's what I get from this.
Yes.
Wow.
And do you think that's what it is? Do you think that he's signaling, or do you think that he's, do you think that he's kind of passing messages? Of course he wouldn't have to do that in open court, and they're all kind of in cahoots.
Hey.
Not in cahoots, but
I need to shout out Truth Seeker 59. Yeah. I'm so glad to see you here. What's up, Jay Coop? I'm seeing other people that I hadn't seen earlier. Brooke Valentine, CEO, Another Brand Creation. Welcome. All right, so he goes on to talk about the 2002 indictment. This is Greenberg talking to the judge for anyone who's just stepping into the room out the bushes. Y'all can come out the bushes, and come on in. Let us know you're here. So Greenberg goes on to say to the judge, he had a case from 2002 to 2008. It was pending in state court here in Illinois. There were dozens of court dates, dozens upon dozens of court dates. He was required to appear. The best I've been able to determine. So he's basically like, let me say it like that just in case I'm wrong. The best I'm able to determine, he was at all of the court dates. He appeared each of those court dates. He was facing extraordinarily serious charges at the time, Your Honor. Oh, more serious than these? About the same amount of serious? How serious do you mean when you say serious? Okay. It says the prosecutors maybe want to look down on the state court or the integrity of the state court proceedings. Those were extraordinarily serious. They were child pornography charges. He was facing, by my reading of the charges, possible consecutive time. And he went to trial on over 10 charges because they dropped a bunch of them. I think he had like 21 in the start, just like now in Illinois State. And this, wow. He goes on to say, I keep hearing this, from the prosecution, and I see that I see what they've done in their indictment, he says. Obviously, I'm not privy to the evidence at this point. Yeah, they haven't gotten the evidence when this bond hearing took place. This is right after he was arrested in July the 11th, I believe, by the feds. And they're trying to get him out. Okay, so he goes on to say, he went to trial. He wasn't, if it was, he didn't take a bench trial. He had a jury. He didn't, no one says he paid off the jurors or anything. So he's talking about the jurors. Nobody said anything about the jurors. He had 12 people. Those 12 people watched the video in that case. The video in that case got played. The same video that they're talking about here. Okay. And if you go, you can just Google jury talking to reporters, because they did, a couple of them afterward, and they said that they believed that tape. But it was the fact that the quote-unquote victim or the alleged victim did not come forward, did not appear. She didn't want nothing to do with it. So they said that was the reason that they couldn't prosecute or convict him. It wasn't the tape itself. They were like, yeah, that was him. But was that her? Because she's saying no. And based on that, we can't, we got to acquit him. So with that in mind, we know that he took care of that case by paying her off, her family, having them overseas during the trial, making them super unavailable. And who knows what type of threats or, what other things were going on behind the scenes. And other people were also threatened, coerced, and all that. But here's Greenberg talking about, oh, well, the jurors believe the tape. This is the type of lawyer he has. Even Don Russell. So, there's a vlogger on the other side called Hollywood Next. Shout out to her, you maverick, you. She had Don Russell on the phone, who, if you're following any of this, you know who Don Russell is. Do I need to explain that? I need to see what our warriors are saying here. Do I need to go over who Don Russell is, or you guys know, right? I think everyone knows. That's here pretty much. I'm reading the hey diva. Okay, so Don Russell's in the mix of all this madness going on with all these different people. Dana J, Kevin Terrell, you got Cash Jones. It's like it's a play, and these are the cast members, and this is like a complete, like, I'm just eating my popcorn, like, wow. J-Man said Don Russell is a pedo enabler. Absolutely. Well, I can't say absolutely, but I feel that he's not who he's trying to present himself to be. Kiss is back. Diva the Divine Light. Everybody, make sure you subscribe to her channel.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Antoinette says nope. Does that mean you don't know who he is? Let's see. Hey, Della. You made it. So, Don Russell even said that, okay, let me go back because I done lost my concentration. See, I got to stay reading, y'all. I'm getting in this chat and I'm just like having too much fun. You guys be having a good time. I'm not mad. So, you know, Greenberg, he's lightweight. I think we've already pretty much determined that at this point. And the defense fund, if they want to, you know, try to secure him a new lawyer, which I don't know how they can do that because he has to be the one to actually do that. But let them spin their wheels, or, you know, spin that hamster wheel, because that's what I see them like, just on hamster wheel, just on their YouTube channel, spinning lies and going around in circles. Okay, Ty said Don Russell changes his story on different people's platforms. So he's just like Dana. Is that what you're saying? He just kind of is like a chameleon and morphs into whoever he is talking to at the moment. Okay, Antoinette knows who he is. Okay, cool. Well, and now I don't even remember why I brought him up. Do you, Nia? So off track.
Enabler tribe. I don't even know why I said tribe.
Well,
I regret it.
No regrets here. We don't do regrets.
Right. Hashtag no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Well, he was on Hollywood Nexus channel, and he, you know, I'm assuming he does know he was recorded at this point, because everybody records everybody. Like, matter of fact, Nia, you know I'm recording you right now, right? Okay. Just want to make sure.
I do not consent.
Well, you should hang up, because the whole world is listening right now, boo.
Yes.
Hi, Kay McNeil. It's all good. You can hit the replay after and catch what you missed. Yeah, Miss Parker. Yeah, he likes to play the blame game. Okay, so it says we just basically said that the prosecutors are looking down on the integrity of the court because they're challenging the case from 2008, and he's saying that the jury watched the video, and I just let him know that the jurors. Some of the jurors afterwards said that if they were based on the tape alone, they would have convicted him. It was just the fact that the victim in the tape didn't come forward and denied it was her. And then obviously we know that he coerced that. So it says the witness in that case, this is Greenberg talking to the judge, the witness in that case that they've got here testified before the grand jury. Her parents testified before the grand jury back then that wasn't her. The jury heard all the evidence. The jury heard from other people. And the jury watched the video, and the jury acquitted Mr. Kelly. If the fix was in, he went through an awful lot because the fix was in. What? He said, if the fix was in, he went through an awful lot because the fix was in. See, you just said the fix was in with that statement. Wow. Says he was definitely at jeopardy in that case. Okay.
What is going on?
He's basically right here. He's saying, okay, so you're saying you have her, but her parents said back then that it wasn't her. So F what she's talking about. Her parents said it wasn't her back then. So there it is.
So he paid all that money. He done been in law school and all this. Become he's a Peehive. This is. It said like her.
Okay. I have to get through this. I have to. So he goes on, and now we're wrapping this part up here because this is a lot of. This is just. We should do just a whole reenactment of this, like assign different parts. Like Nia, I think you should be whoever you want. You could be the judge.
Yes,
we just need a clerk, really, and we need I'll be Kroll, which is the prosecutor. We need a Greenberg and a clerk, and we could do this.
Okay. Yes.
It's like a script.
Yes.
Let's see. So, what else is pertinent here before we move on? So basically, I'm just trying to lay out that the defense's argument is so lightweight, so weak. It is definitely garbage. And these people continue to sing his praises. Oh, Greenberg, he's the truth. Greenberg, he's great. No, but that's fine with me. I'm not mad at it. I'm just, it just really goes with the territory, I guess, right? The mentality we're dealing with. Not trying to be, any type of elitist type of, personality here, but, we don't like, because, that's not who I am. You know that, Nia.
No, I cannot confirm or deny.
You know what? We'll sidebar after this.
Yeah, we'll take that offline.
So he says, after that, now I don't know what their evidence is. After he heard her say what the evidence they had. So he's just going to, because he doesn't have it in hand. So he's saying, technically, he doesn't know what the evidence is. I don't know what people who maybe knew Mr. Kelly was. He had fine attorneys. He had the Sam Adam, he says, junior and senior. And I think they were actually black attorneys, because I hear people saying, well, he had Sam and his dad. And he had Mr. Jensen on the case. And I think, isn't Mr. Jensen the one who basically said it was a whole crock of shit? He said if he was lying and that he told R. Kelly to get some pills or something.
So there was, one attorney that said that R. Kelly was guilty as hell, fuck or shit, one of the curse words, one of those, and put R. Kelly on medication to decrease his sex drive. Fax printers.
And ink.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. This can't get even any more mind-boggling. It really can't. Like, so,
yes.
So that Jensen guy is the one who, I believe he was on like his deathbed, and he was like, yeah, he's full of shit.
He's like, oh, by the way, I'm trying to clear off my karma.
He's like, the Grim Reaper done been here, and I don't like where he trying to take me. Let me get some stuff off my chest.
He's like, those scary, crawly, screamy things from ghosts keep coming around.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get none of that.
Wow. So,
get this off my chest.
He goes on to say, I don't know what they're saying was going on with that case because I haven't seen it. But Mr. Kelly had to go to trial. He had to face those jurors. He had to sit through a closing argument and a rebuttal closing argument where someone pointed their finger at him and said, based on the evidence here, we think you're guilty. They thought they had presented enough evidence. If they had such problems with their evidence on that case, they wouldn't have gone to trial, the prosecutors. And I have talked to those prosecutors about that case. I'd be interested in talking to those prosecutors also. I really would. Were you asleep at the wheel or what?
Oh, the ones from the first case.
Yes,
okay.
yes. The ones from the first case. Absolutely. Because Greenberg's saying that he's spoken to them himself. They certainly, it says, never suspected anything was untoward in that case. He never missed a court date. Never was late for a court date. Who gives a damn about attendance? Come on, man. We're beyond that with all the stuff he has against him. We're beyond that. That shouldn't even be part of the discussion. That's a moot point. So, let's see. It says, he says, he charged again here in Illinois this year. And again, they poo-pooed those charges. He's charged with Class X felonies here in Illinois, and again facing potential consecutive time on Class X felonies. He showed up for court. The state indicted him. The state called me up. They said, we're going to add charges on this case. When do you want to come to court and be arraigned? We picked a date. He showed up. He showed up on time. He pled guilty to those. Not guilty. I keep doing that. I think I just want him to just fucking plead guilty.
You're putting it into the universe.
I am. Okay, it says, what if he did, though? What if he just was like, you know what? I actually like it in here. It's actually kind of cool. I don't have a lot of responsibility. I got a bunch of bros. Bros with hoes. They're bros with hoes.
I get all the Snickers I want. I got Dana Day sending me a bunch of dollars for no reason.
Oh, right. And I'm getting rich. They pouring the money in. Like, I have nothing. Because you know that there was a story out where he had an interview and he said that he liked sitting in the closet. And that's, I believe, where the closet thing came from, but he that was his favorite place in the house, is the closet. He likes the small space, and that's why I think he might be comfortable in the cell. He might like it. He don't have to worry about all these leeches around him. He probably has had to walk around with a big concrete shield around him after what was done to him by his, I don't even want to say sister, but his sister. But he might be cool. Like, you know what? I got all this money. I got all the commissary I could ever eat in life. They probably got some makeshift drugs and booze in there for him too. And like I said, bros with hoes. You know what I'm saying? Lots of action going on. I can't imagine what the correction officers are seeing and hearing, or the type of interaction that's going on. Some hometown people got some real stories too. We need anybody listening. We want to hear the real dirt on what's going on in that jail. We know there's some stuff going on. It's Kevin Terrell. He out there interviewing all these toothless homeless people about the case, when he really should be trying to talk to people who work for the system, like on some what is that, Richard Nixon, on some in the dark.
Watergate.
There you go.
Watergate.
On some Watergate type stuff, just like get the real story. You slipping, dude. You in Chicago. You if you don't know nobody that dang work for the jails, come on, man. What you been doing your whole life? They're the ones you need to be talking to. Damn idiot. Oh, I called him. Did I call him Tyson? Because his name is DJ Dustmite. Sorry.
Oops. Hashtag DJ Dustmite.
That's my name for him, at least. There's a lot of names for him. They say he's singing in to keep people off his ass. Oh, yeah? Oh, my goodness. I can't even imagine. He might, I kind of feel like he wants it. He might be singing to get it. Like, ain't nobody hitting him up. He's like, okay, let me not. I was about to belt something out. Y'all not ready for that yet now. We still earning trust here. We're still earning trust.
Make them wait for it.
If I get to 7,000 subs, then I might start letting loose a little bit. You get a real show if I hit 7,000. Tell your friends and family. Share this video. Like and subscribe. But hell, let me put my Cash App. No, I'm gonna say that for Saturday when y'all get to drinking. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm done with this. I mean, there's just too much nonsense in here. I can't keep doing it. But on the next and final installment of this transcript, that would be the next live, I'm going to talk about the judges' final say on the matter and what they had to say, because I have both New York transcript and Illinois, and the judges for both cases have very interesting reasons as to why they said, hell to the no, he ain't getting out. And we're going to talk about that, but we'll talk about that on the next live so we can keep this train moving.
That's right.
All right, so let's see. So where we at? So yeah, this is real life. Very questionable argument. It just really makes me question Greenberg, but you know what? It's not even worth it. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. He's a shit lawyer. R. Kelly's a shit person. He deserves him. And it doesn't surprise me that he has a lawyer like that, because that's who he is. Just like his Peehive. All of it is mirroring each other. All of it is all the same. All the same shit in a bowl. Okay? Oh, Mocha. They feeling... okay, you gonna make me do it, girl. Don't do that.
Another thing with R. Kelly recently is that his divorce attorney divorced him. So I think it was a couple of days ago, his divorce attorney that was probably just handling the child support portion of, his, child support for the kids. I guess he owed her $12,000, and she was like, what? You know what? I don't need this drama. I'm done. So she's no longer his divorce attorney. And I don't blame her. I mean, why would she? But anyway, I don't blame her. She's not his divorce attorney anymore. He owes her $12,000. She's never getting it.
Do we know her name, this attorney?
Story.
Yeah, end of story is right.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, she's never getting that money back. And honestly, I don't even want to put her name out there.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm thinking she's probably going to be harassed. You know, I saw some comments online where people were calling, you know, they probably just saw divorced and $12,000, and they were saying greedy bitch. And I'm like, no.
About the lawyer. About the lawyer who put in actual billable hours, I'm sure.
And $12,000 isn't that much considering
well,
that this man
is bringing in all the goods.
Was probably worth a lot at one point.
Jay Coop trying to lure me in. Well, the lawyer, my theory about the lawyer quitting on R. Kelly's divorce case is that Andrea Kelly is blowing her the fuck up. And she's like, you got my money yet? You got my money yet? You got my money yet? You got my money, my money, my money, my money, my money, my money. But yeah, she is like, I'm done with this. I'm sure Andrea Kelly's not the only one hitting her up either about just R. Kelly in general. She probably just doesn't want to be associated with him. And, you know, as an attorney, I'm assuming, but, you know, based on this stuff we just read from Greenberg, this could be debunked easily. But I'm assuming she's a smart cookie. And any smart cookie is not going to be going for the okie doke that R. Kelly is innocent. Period. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. What you got?
Right. And also, she's probably like, I'm not getting that money back. Like, she may have been like, I'll deal with this nonsense as long as I don't have to see him and as long as I get paid. But now she's like, what? Wait, let me pull this case file. Let me look at this indictment. No. Oh, no. We're done, fam.
We're done.
I'm not getting paid. Like, what? No.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not a part of your cult, okay? You are not going to hypnotize me. I don't even listen to your music, dude. So get the hell out of here. Oh, Mrs. Parker. She said he's singing, I Believe I Can Lie. I can touch her pie. I think about every night. Oh, my God. And spread my... Okay, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. You lured me in. I took the bait. You guys are wrong. So...
Gotta shut it down.
All right, let me look at my phone notes. That's the next note. Look at your phone notes. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, someone's asking... Oh, Tasha... Silly.
What?
Yes, Tasha, I am, if you're still on here.
Silver S70 says the divorce attorney used to work for Ed Jensen. Are you serious right now? So Jensen is the one we just talked about on the deathbed, the one that wanted to clear his conscience, clear his slate so he could go to heaven instead of where the Grim Reaper's trying to drag him to. He's like, hell no, I don't want to go. Let me tell on that R. Kelly. That'll do it. That should do it. Yeah, I got one big thing. Oh, Ty's like, no, I believe I can lie. I got caught by the FBI.
The FBI.
You can do it, yes. We'll do, if I do an after dark on a Saturday night or something like a Friday night, then yeah, you might get it from me. You might. Yes.
I love you too, Tasha. I get it all
Click that bell. Click that bell for the notifications. All right. So let's see. Phone notes. So we're also going to touch on victim bashing, harassing, shaming. And I feel like the people who are behind this stuff need to be held accountable. I feel like that's criminal behavior. For example, Lizette Martinez. Shout out to Liz. Shout out to Lizette, which is French. She made sure to clarify. Okay, let me tell you something about her. Oh yeah, she's no joke. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm crossing any boundaries. I think you'll be good with this though, based on our conversation. But so I did a video piece on her Monday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's only 5 minutes or so. But it's talking about the fact that Lizette Martinez, who was on Surviving R. Kelly, speaking her story out as a victim of Sylvester's, a lot of people recognize her because they assume she was a certain race because she doesn't look black. But so I'm just giving you that just to have a visual. But regardless, she's very smart. She's feisty. She's very upset about what is going on and what's happened. So hopefully she will soon be speaking her own story. She has a lot going on right now. But I had, that actually brings me to something I wanted to share too. I had a comment in the video that I did for her story that I read, and like I said, it's in the archives just from this past Monday, and I'm gonna find that right now. So hold the line, please. I have a lot of screenshots in here. Let's see. So I had somebody, I'm gonna put him out because it was a public comment, and the commenter's name is Corey Sanders. Shout out to Corey Sanders. So he comments on her video and says, with all the M's. Interesting question though. Could it be that all these so-called victims are receiving karma for maybe not telling the truth on this man? I'm just asking, or what is it that you say? So I was like, why are you questioning her? Like, that's what I just don't understand. But I answered him and I said, Corey Sanders. No. Corey, no. That's all I said. Because I don't feel like I need to waste. I did want to answer him though. So then he comes back and he says, okay, ma'am. And Corey, if you're listening, or if anybody, I don't really like that ma'am stuff. I know it's all polite and it's some southern thing too. But I'm in LA and we don't play that shit. Okay? Call me goddess. It's goddess to you. No, but he says, okay, ma'am, I understand. Just asking. I listen to all the vloggers, whether those that are for or against Brother Kelly. Yet I have my own theory of what's going on with all this. I respect your page, so I won't share it on your. Let me hit. Oh, that's a picture, so I can't. But I guess he's saying my channel. So I appreciate the fact that he respects the page and he's not going to go ahead and put that nonsense on there. So I just thanked him, told him I appreciate, him supporting the channel. And I told him, though, I have spoken to her and she is very genuine. And you will hopefully hear her side of things soon. Thanks for your support. So that, that comment stood out to me because this is the reason why I feel it's important that... What's going on? I'm sorry. What's going on in the chat? I'm seeing a lot of weird things here. What's going on with Kay? Angela and Kay, are you all having some type of beef? Nia, you supposed to be running the chat. What's happening?
How am I supposed to be running the chat? You told me to listen to you.
I did. I asked you to. Yeah, I did ask you to pay a little more attention to me. But the Mocha. So yeah, even Mocha's asking, what's going on, Angela? Because Angela keeps. It says she was unhidden. So somebody's hiding her and then unhiding her. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. I don't want y'all now. Okay, so if Keep R. Kelly Down is still here, we were messaging earlier on Twitter. And one thing that I said to her, because we were kind of like keying about the whole Peehive debacle, how they're just like bumbling over each other. Nobody knows who's on whose side. Nobody trusts each other. They're fighting, kicking up dust in each other's face and all that good stuff. And I said to her, anybody who is in a movement knows that it begins and ends with unity. Period. If you don't have that, I wouldn't even, it was the point. So, with that being said, we can't have no ruckus up in the chat now. I don't know what all that was, but let's get it together, please. All right, so, I read that. Huh?
I'm looking. I think Mocha said they were, but Angela's doing it. I think someone's phone was just messing up.
Oh.
I think it was someone's phone.
Diva was put on time out? Wait, what is happening?
We're being hacked.
Right, because I'm like, and the only people in the chat are wrenches. Oh, Angela said, forgive me. Angela, okay. You, first of all, don't even need to be a moderator because we have enough. I don't want to put that responsibility on you. And I appreciate, this is what I do at work. We really appreciate, the time and effort you put into the trial here, but we're going to be letting you go. No, but let's keep it moving. Thank you, Angela, though, for trying to help us out. So I was talking about Lizette Martinez and how, as a victim and being on Surviving R. Kelly, she, since the docuseries aired, has had a lot of hardship. She has had to quit her job because she was being harassed to that point. Her home was broken into twice. She's just having a hard time. And she told me before the docuseries she was doing great. Everything was good. So I just feel like, there's a lot to be heard, and we have a lot to probably talk about after we hear, so we can dissect what is going on, because it seems like there's a lot of players in this scenario who might not be playing their part and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But we'll get there.
Right.
We'll get there. Just hang with me. Subscribe so you know when we coming back. Can you somebody untime out Diva? Because she's timed out for some reason. And I don't know how we can do that. Oh, here, let me find her.
I think it only lasts. What? What was that? Lasts for about 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the option to untime you out. Diva, hang tight, okay? Hang tight. Okay, I feel like we have an infiltration happening here. Why is Diva getting timed out?
We might just have to wait it out.
Okay. So, back to Lizette. So, I was just saying that, she's a real one. Shout out to Team Truth, though, for linking me with her. I put it on my video at the end. If someone knew her to, I wanted to connect with her. I want to offer her some services and just help her as much as I can. And, it turns out that we both do have a lot in common. And, who knows? She's, she sounds like a great girl. I can't wait, a woman, excuse me. And I can't wait to hear what she has to say. But with that being said, I brought her up to talk about victims being bashed and harassed and shamed. And that's just not okay. You're not trial, judge, jury to say this person is lying. You don't know what's going on with regard to vetting evidence, anything. So, people who do that just because they heard something or they just feel a way, because your feelings could be a little discombobulated based on where you came from, based on the things you've experienced and seen and heard, and maybe those things aren't necessarily the right things. Like, people kill me how they hang on to an idea, a philosophy, because it's something that they were born and bred with, something they were taught that really resonated with them, so they kind of just took on that philosophy. But, you have to realize that in life, which really everything breaks down to energy, it's ever changing, ever moving, ever transitioning. And if you don't move, transition with it, then you're going to end up in a really bad place. So you can't just hang on to ideas and things because it was what you were taught, is all you know. Like, you need to really open yourself up to hear, see, and feel things that aren't necessarily in alignment with the things that you grew up with or, were handed down for generations even. Things change. We're in a whole new world right now. Internet changed the game. I never thought I'd be on here live talking to actual people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for really a cause, I feel. But nevertheless, this is just new territory, and it's because the game has changed. If you're not changing with that game, you're going to get left behind. Okay, and you might already be sitting on the bench because you just stagnant. You can't be stagnant in life. Like, life is movement. Life is change and growth and transition, and you got to roll with those punches. You can't get punched and just lay there. You got to get up. Okay, so with that being said, warriors, let's move on. So let's get into these I have some audio I want to play, and I'm trying to think. Should we start with Carolina Cubic Zirconia or Levi for Levi for Jelly? Jelly's money. I'm gonna call Jelly money. Levi for Jelly.
Let's start with, I'll take Carolina Cubic Zirconia for $0 goddess.
Okay, so I'm gonna play you some audio of a live that took place not that long ago, couple minutes maybe. Couple days. And Carolina Diamond, who is a YouTube vlogger, if you don't know, who supports R. Kelly, and she and I think Phases the Next Level are kind of linked because both of them supposedly met R. Kelly back in June through Dana. So hopefully this explains why they're so loyal to Dana. At least Phases is, because she seems very loyal to Dana. But so they're talking, the sisters are on the line with Cubic, and they're giving their account of, I guess, a phone call they had with them. Because at some points they talk about the fact that they talked to a family member or someone else, not him. So I don't really know if they're actually talking to him. I think they're talking to people who are talking to him, but no. So let's get this going. Okay. I love this music though. Welcome or welcome back. Okay, so Rogers. Here we go. Oh, let me set this up. Sorry. So this part of the audio of the live is when Carolina Cubic Zirconia asks, I'm going to call them the Fisters with the F because they're fake sisters. So the Fisters. Yeah. So there she's asking the Fisters who are on the phone live with her if the health story about him was true, because this is right after the stories came out about how, and this, wow, it's because he was trying to get bail, and the reasons that were given were partially because of his health. He has, what was it, Nia? I think you said something on Twitter about it. Your tweet, by the way, is a hit. So
thank you.
What was that tweet? Yeah, what was that tweet actually about his health?
Oh, well, they were complaining that he was having problems. His fingers hurt. I think 2 of his fingers. He was having anxiety problems and his hernia. So, Kevin Terrell, which is on the shit side of the shit hive, he was directing people to call the jail or the facility and to try to help get Kale's help because of these ailments that he was suffering from. Right. Okay. So these ailments came from Greenberg the final time, the last recent time that they tried to get him out on bail. And they basically said that he's having these health issues and this and that. So Dr. or I don't even want to say doctor. Yeah, stop. Carolina Cubic Zirconia is online with the sisters, and she asked them if they knew about the health stuff. And this is the audio. Hopefully this is the right audio, but here we go. Wait, hold on. It ain't loud enough. One minute. Okay. From Greenberg to the judge. It's in the bond motion. Tell him he needs his family. Okay. So there was a comment because one of my peoples was in the chat, and they said, after they said that, oh yeah, he's doing just fine. That's just a fake story somebody put up about his health. He's doing just fine. He's playing basketball with the other inmates. He's good. Okay, so then the comment came, well, that information actually came from his lawyer to the judge. So how is it a lie? So here we go. The thing is with the health thing and going before the judge, lawyers will say whatever they need to say. I'll just say that. No offense to any attorneys that we have on here, but if it's going to benefit him for, his health to be a little shaky, then that's what the judge will get. That his health is a
a little shaky. But it's not the day. I don't remember if it was the next day. Was it the next day that y'all spoke to one of his people, and they also confirmed that he was good because they had just been to see him?
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Just hearing something like that for us, it freaks us out. It definitely freaks us out. Well, I'm like reaching out and calling when I heard that. When we hear that, we want to hear the information.
So the sisters are saying they were freaking out when they heard that information about the health scare. So they made a call because they wanted to verify whether or not it was true. So that's what they're saying right now.
To find out the truth. Yeah, that was an untruth. That was an untruth. Definitely.
So the sister just said, definitely that was an untruth. So they're basically saying, and at this point, I think the comment did say it came from Greenberg. So they're basically saying that he's a liar. And I think that we all know lawyers lie for their clients, but to actually say it out loud and to admit that he's lying to the judge, like, I think that's not something to just kind of like, turn your head at. Is something to pay attention to. So let's see. I think that's pretty much, let me see if there's any more. No, I think that's the end of that. So yeah, they said that, wait, I think there is more. Hold on, let me see what this is.
That was an untruth.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
There's more. Hold on.
That was an untruth. Definitely an untruth.
So this person is saying, right, Angie, he will be blind and crippled, exactly. Whatever's necessary. When you're working for your client, you're working for your client. You know what I mean? And if they were to check his blood pressure, I'm pretty sure that his blood pressure would have been higher than it was the day before. So no, that was not a lie. That was not a lie. So,
She trying to clean her little self up after talking about, oh no, it wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie. You just, okay.
I mean, it's just reality. So, yeah. People who have dealt with lawyers know that that's their job. Right. Their job is to protect their client and defend their client. Period. And I mean, there's a strategy and everything that they do is intentional. So, yeah. I got a cold, but I got full-blown pneumonia right now.
After that, she said, God forgive me. Oh, fake Christian. You know what?
I hate those.
Go ahead, Nia. Go ahead. I need to take a breath. Go ahead. Please take over.
Yes. Rest a moment. Because that is the thing that really strikes me about Cubic in such a major way. She has a very nice demeanor, very kind of kind and giving personality, and that can easily pull you in. But it's that kind of sanctimonious attitude. But there is something there, and you'll catch a glimpse of it every now and then.
They always tell on themselves. They do.
It's that holier than thou almost attitude, and I'm just anyone that supports a man accused, even accused of these sorts of crimes, is not someone I can walk with, unless it's their direct family member that they've raised, and I mean direct family member, like their brother or their son or something like that. And even that's questionable. But you cannot tell me that if she doesn't have some doubt, like what would be her reason for supporting him to this degree?
Well, like I said, I think she and Phases met him through Dana in June before he got this last arrest. And I feel like she thinks she's going to be a part of his cult, his immediate cult. Like right now she's a part of like this, she's on the second string, not even second. She's on like, I don't know, she's up in the bleachers right now, but she's in the cult. She wants to be firsthand in the cult. Like, I don't understand, but that's the only thing I can say, because why would Dana be introducing him to them if not had they have been asking, or like it came, why? Like, this is why they're doing this. This is exactly why. And didn't you say that Days is the Next Level is sounding really different? Her tone is different now or something. Can you tell them what you were telling me?
Well, yeah, and it could be that she's always sounded like this, but she is just really, in her own way, kind of putting the kind of the hammer down, like ting, like
on who?
Guys, on it seems like on the entire waste system. So the Peehive and the Shit Hive. I think she's saying if we don't pull it in, guys, he is looking at some serious time, which is false. Because either way, ain't shit they can do. There's not shit these people can do to stop this train.
Right. Speaking of that, I see they're talking about in the comments how I guess the Peehive tried to shut down an event, making phone calls, and I think you were trying to let me know this was going on. Can you speak on that, and then we'll address that.
Oh my goodness, this Shit Hive's Kevin Terrell shit starter.
Oh, DJ Dustmite was the head in the front lines of this.
Yes, DJ TikTok. What's his name?
Which one?
DJ.
Not DJ Dustmite, the other one?
Yeah, DJ Dustmite. He was spearheading this campaign. Oops. It was the most disgusting thing I've seen. He was directing people, so they got wind of an event, or they thought that there was an event going on, and some of the gals they thought, I don't even know what, but they thought that there was going to be one of the accusers or some of the accusers at an event, and they decided, oh no. So they were calling the hotel to get information about the event, and they wanted to, I guess, warn them there's going to be liars there, and that there were going to be people there that were liars and people that possibly could be criminals. It was the most ignorant shit I've ever seen. It was like...
Isn't there anyone in Team Truth in the chat? Can anybody in Team Truth let us know about this event? And from what I understand, the event... I'm reading the chat. From what I understand, the event was rescheduled or postponed because of something else, not having to do with any of Team Truth or any of the people regarding the surviving R. Kelly or, the victims. But that, I guess they got wind of the event. Team Truth was not like the main event. It was like an event with different brands and different organizations there, and Team Truth was a part of that in that way, but they were wasting their time, basically.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but they were harassing the employees at this hotel.
In the name of R. Kelly, right?
Yes, because they were kind of saying, why did they get to make money off of his name? But I don't think the event had anything to do with R. Kelly's name specifically. I think it was like, let's just say, for example, like domestic violence survivors or something like that. It had something to do with like, it was just a generic kind of thing. But they were just like, oh, hell no. So you mean to tell me like these victims can't go get their oil changed without your ass showing up and being like, why you let her get an oil change? She lied. I mean,
right.
That doesn't even make any sense.
So
at this point, you are literally just making black people look bad with your bullshit. You just out here canceling shit or thinking you're canceling something because you don't like what somebody did?
Well, according to Diva, it was an event having to do with the awareness for domestic violence. So they were actually trying to...
vague about it. I was trying to be vague.
About the event?
Yeah.
Oh, why? I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I mean, it's a public event. Having to do, and to me that's an important point, because it's like, you're really going to try to shut down an event having to do with awareness when it comes to domestic violence? That's what you're doing? Like,
it was, and that's not even, so, and they weren't even saying, the thing is they got maybe a glimpse of something that had involvement of one of the accusers, and they were like, oh, you making money off of R. Kelly, nerd? And it's like, no. And who's getting paid? Like, what is even going on? But they were all gassing each other up. And you should have seen Kevin Terrell in there changing his voice as if nobody knew it was him the second time.
Well, you might...
The dumbest shit.
I was going to say, you might change your mind knowing that Diva said this is a Michelle Kramer event. So I don't know if you're feeling different about it now or not.
No, I'm not feeling any different about it because, I mean, with the level of ignorance that these people are putting out there, I mean, because they were asking their last names. It was like, what's Lisa's last name? I'm like, what do you need to know this employer's last name?
So you're saying DJ, I'm going to use Diva's name, DJ Tyson Chicken, excuse me. DJ Tyson Chicken was calling the events, the hotel where the event was taking place, and he was harassing the employees and trying to basically cause issues to get the thing shut down.
Yes.
And this is an event, now we're knowing here, that it had to do with domestic violence awareness, which is very important.
Very, very important. Very important.
And these people are trying to derail it.
Yes.
DJ Dust Mite rolled from up underneath the bed of whoever the woman is who's cash apping him for his McDonald's.
Gross.
And decides that he's going to harass the victim's event, or an event that is supporting and creating awareness for this type of behavior for young people, especially because I think we decided yesterday that these are the people we should be really focused on, are the young people. And we have to think about the young women who may be coming into things that they can be forewarned about with events such as this, as well as young men who can also be forewarned in case something may come up in their life where they come to a crossroad and they have a decision to make on which way they're going to go. And they remember, you know what, I was at that event. I remember hearing them talk about, let me just leave this situation alone. You know what I mean? Like, this thing could, you know, be very effective for a lot of people, but they want to shut it down because they're mad that their prophet is in jail. For which he should be in jail, but they don't agree, right? Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Interesting. So I just can't get over it. We're gonna move on to Levi, because we got to talk about Levi. So I was actually looking for a clip that I had heard, because you know I got to listen. Levi was MIA for like a minute. I mean, it was like weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Maybe he got picked up.
Maybe he's gone. Maybe
he's hanging out with his car.
Well, he came back. He named the video Reloaded. Like, I'm back and I'm bigger and better than ever.
He's ready.
He's ready. And he basically was talking. He talked about a lot of stuff, but there was something that I made note of here, which I couldn't end up. I think he had one that he deleted, to be honest with you, because there was one that I could not find. I have the timestamp and everything, and it was Levi talking about a white juror that he said that confessed that he did not vote to convict R. Kelly because he didn't believe the witnesses. Okay, which actually did happen. There was a juror who came out and stated to reporters that he did not convict because he did not believe the witnesses. But what Levi left out was what the juror actually used as his basis for not believing them, is because they were black girls. And he said it. Or I don't know if he said of color. I think he said black, but I think, you know, he made it very clear that he didn't believe them because of who they looked, what they were, what they represented for him, what they looked like, color of their skin, the race, you know, all of that, which is disgusting. But Levi wants to use that as, I guess, a green light for him to go ahead with this juror, to say all the jurors felt this way. All the jurors didn't believe them. They didn't believe them. Yeah.
Mhm.
They were fast. They were too grown for their own, selves and all of that.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading chat.
Yeah.
So let's get into Levi. So what I didn't find that clip though, but that's what it was. I just basically told you. And to me, that says a lot about how he just dismisses what doesn't go with his narrative. He didn't include that in his commentary. I mean, that juror said that. I mean, he stated that. And all that said to me was that, as we know, that was what it was because the jury, who was supposed to be a jury of his peers, I don't know that he hangs out with white people who don't believe black girls because they're black. I don't know that he does. Maybe he does. I don't know. But these people were the makeup of the jury. 3 of the alternates, should I say, I'm going to add, alternate jurors, if you don't know, serve on the jury during the trial, but when the decision-making time comes and the jury has to deliberate, they have to sit that out. They're not included. So in this case, there were 3 alternate jurors, and they were interviewed also, and they said, all 3 of them said they would have convicted. And his lawyer laughed and said, well, good thing they weren't on the actual jury. Like, he said, forget Levi, Deshaun. Deshaun, this is good. We got to cover this stuff because a lot of people are listening to Levi, okay? I was questioning why
That's his cousin.
That's his cousin. And I was questioning why Levi went on FaZe's The Next Level's channel because he has almost double her subscribers. Seems to me he would just go live on his own channel. But he did go on her channel with Dana to talk about that defense fund yet again. They all push it. I think they all see like a rags to riches for themselves.
Yeah. Well, and they all think, I think, so at one point they were like, Araceli has 50 million fans. I don't know where they pulled this 30-year-old data from, but they sure did. And they were like, if we can each get $1, gee, that's $50 million. We cut that shit down the middle, Jack.
Right.
We in the money. And now they only got $400.
Right, exactly.
They got to spend $400.
And this is why we need to talk about Levi. So let's just talk about Levi real quick. Okay, first of all, I'm going to play this intro to his most recent video because I think that tells a lot about him also. So we'll start with that. Quiet on the set.
All right.
What up, though? Welcome back to Levi for Kelly, where the game is to be sold, not told, you heard? And where we don't know nothing, nigga. You heard me? That's right, I'm reloaded, nigga. You heard? Where we don't know nothing. That's why we ride around with these tinted windows and shit. You heard? You feel me? You feel me? Because we don't know a damn thing. Y'all can't see in, but I can see out. You understand that? You understand me? Let's get it, baby.
Okay. So what I got from that is we don't snitch. Like, I know some shit, but I ain't never gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And I also got, what else did he say? Where the game is to be sold, not told.
Mm-hmm.
He got this whole pimp mentality. So my whole thing with him is, if you want to represent your cousin who's in jail facing like 500 years, does this sound like somebody who should be on the witness stand or somebody who is like a credible person that could actually represent his cousin in a light that says that he's innocent? Mocha said he's a used car salesman. He sells 1980 to 1990 Lincolns big body style. Nia, that's you. I'm like, somebody said he's 574 years old. He's a vampire. Oh my God, that is so funny. So I have more. So we're talking about this defense fund. Now, the defense fund is what have the Peehive cut up like an apple pie. Now, they are against each other. They're on teams. They are questioning each other. Everybody's recording each other. I mean, it is like a whole debacle. It is a show to be watched. It is, I would say, probably, if it was an actual reality show, it would be definitely something up there in the ratings. It would definitely be getting it. It would be getting it. Okay? Right now, though, it's just on YouTube, and it's so hard to catch up. I mean, it's like a ping pong. Ping, ping. This person's live. This person's live. This person goes live. That person goes live. I mean, I get texts and DMs and like, oh, this person's on. I'm like, oh, dude, that's to work. I have a career. I cannot keep up with this. That's why I hope you do appreciate all the time and energy that I spend in this. 10 months strong, 103 videos at this point, maybe 4, 5, almost 7,000 subs. And all of you who haven't subscribed, please do so now because I'm trying to get to 7. I'm trying to get out of the 6, okay? I'm not feeling that 6. I want to get into the number 7. Can we get me there? Please help, man. Let me get into my Levi. Levi is what I call him is the sermon serpent, okay? He has a slick tongue, and I feel he's very equivalent to just a con. That's what I think of Levi. So I'm going to play this other audio about the defense fund. I'm going to play that, and then we'll talk about it.
When you hear me lashing out at Dame Dash, that was during a time when I was caught off guard, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing out here. How these people, who some of them I met, knowing that all of them smiled in this man's face and how they turned on him. And y'all expecting me to think that the $1 for the King campaign is in safe hands when I ask our people? I thank all of the black, sincere people who have donated and who are promoting this. But I also understand that when you're dealing with black people, the children of Willie Lynch, they'll turn on your ass in a minute. They're fickle. So all of those who want to stop $1 for the King, they're mad at me because their arms are too short to reach across seas. This is why I had enough sense to take this across seas. To those people, all of my cousins, fans, Russia, Australia, I'm going all over the world with this. And they can't stop it. And once it hits, and once everything is in sync, and the money starts to flow in, the tsunami starts to flow in, that's when you'll know that R. Kelly's cousin Levi ain't no goddamn fool. I'm going to make sure that man's legal defense fund has $5-10 million in it. Now you watch and see.
Well, you heard it. He said a tsunami is going to come in, honey. And he said he going to make sure 5 to 10 million come in. Even if it's 100 million that come in, they're going to get at least 5 or 10. I'm going to make sure of it. He said, you can't stop me. Don't he sound like the mad scientist, the mad professor, rubbing his hands together with that evil look, like he's just been possessed with the damn dollar. Like, I'm about to get this. I guarantee you there's somebody behind him, somebody in a suit, maybe 2, who have gotten in his ear and told him how he could pull this off. And Anton might be one of them, to be honest. But I'm going to say this, that it sounds very, very, very shaky. Like, are you kidding me right now? And if this is your real cousin, he should have called your ass by this point, told you to get rid of this YouTube channel. What the fuck are you doing, you grown ass fucking asshole with children? You have a YouTube channel to get money from my fans? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's my money. That's my money. Like, this is R. Kelly talking to his cousin.
Exactly.
Get your hand out the pot, my nigga.
Get your hand out my pocket.
Wait, well, this is how he finished off that rant. I just had to have this as an addendum to the rant, okay?
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Pop the molly, I'm sweating. Woo!
Yeah. He done popped the molly, y'all. He's sweating. Diva said he be drunk. Well, you know what? That's what I'm saying. He needs to keep his drunk ass. I mean, you know what? No. Keep getting your drunk ass online, Levi. Keep doing it. You're doing a great job We appreciate what you're doing for your cousin. And we want to see you continue to do these things for him because you're doing really good things. Really good. For the Peehive and their profit.
And the thing is nobody calls him out. See, and I don't know if we talked about it probably on your channel, but there's like a hierarchy. And Levi is definitely at the top of the Peehive hierarchy.
Some of them don't believe him. Well, you're talking the Peehive, not the shit hive. Sam said he hit the pipe. He hit that pipe, she said.
Oh, that's so. But nobody will question him because they want to believe that he is the cut, so nobody questions him. But if he were anybody else, it'd be like, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, where is the 15 videos ago? Where's that promise?
Why do I feel like Dana's over there behind all of this? We should just record you. You saying a lot of good shit right now.
He over there just eating some chicken.
Right, he's trying to get the attention off of him because Levi's probably giving him the riot act about all the stuff he's been doing. And he's probably like,
a bunch of nonsense.
Let's just record you. You sound like you're making a lot of sense. And he knows good and well that he's just trying to get the heat off of himself. We see you, Dana. We see you. I don't see that a lot of people join that Twitter challenge the Mocha Duchess put out there for the for the Peehive. I posted my hot breath GIF.
I want it.
I actually created that GIF. I sure did.
It was amazing.
I know.
Mocha, you both.
Speaking of Twitter, all right. If you're not on there, please get on there. Create an account and just get on our team here because we got to have an army of people on Twitter. So I'm Goddess Dawn number 3, the actual number 3. And you can just follow who I'm following because I just got on there myself and I'm just starting to gain, my little traction. So get on there and let's get busy. Janicia Harris. I am one of those people that believe that a person is innocent until proven guilty, but I must say that Levi is full of shit. I peeped that months ago. That's right, Janicia. I hear you, girl. I appreciate and, I respect your stance on that whole person is proven innocent until proven guilty. Sorry, but, we kind of feel how we feel over here. Hopefully you're cool and you can hang out. Sam says all of them look and sound like they own something. Yeah, I agree. Diva, exactly. Missy, seriously, 1,000. I missed the beginning of that. Are you gonna get on, Diva, when we're done here? You mean you want to call in? Is that what you're saying? I need to undo the do not disturb if that's the case. So let me know. I wanted to... go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, on Twitter, I am Love Logic Hope. Also on Instagram, Love Logic Hope.
Everybody follow Nia Marie, Queen of Diction and Internet Etiquette.
Yes. And
at Love Logic Hope, if you could put that in the chat, and if you guys could just support Sister Nia.
Yes.
Oh, you said your voice is groggy. Okay, well, we're gonna be on again at some point, so get ready. Drink your tea next time. I didn't get to do that myself actually, but let's see what else is there that we were gonna talk about. I think that's all I have in my notes. Let me just look at my phone notes because I was told to look at my phone notes by myself in the notes.
And quickly, so one of our, I didn't even want to say our, but one of the T-shirt Hive members is on Twitter, and she is just a nuisance. I saw a community post. I referred to her as Hot Breath. There's many different names for her. That she has a community post on YouTube asking her followers on YouTube to get on Twitter. So she is definitely feeling the heat.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of the ones that barks a lot. She name calls. She does all these sorts of things. And she also plays the victim. And not even in the poor me, but kind of just is dishonest in her position. So she kind of gets on a high horse that is more of a dog. So it's a weird little situation. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay. Well, shout out to Janicia Harris. You know, she says she respects our stance as well, and she just believes in due process, but it's all love. And we believe in due process also, but I think that we just, you know, kind of collectively feel that enough is enough at this point, and we are considering our young sisters, our princesses, our even young queens, you know, as far as supporting victims. We're big on that, and we feel that, you know, like I mentioned before, it takes a lot to not only come forward as a victim, but to actually get someone prosecuted as a victim. It takes a lot, and it's not an easy task. So for someone to come forward and speak out, and, you know, fortunately, we're in a time now where women have earned positions in the justice system as judges, as attorneys, behind the scenes in these movements also. You know, be careful with down talking the women's movements, because these women movements are very important. They support a lot of these people who are coming out and speaking out with their stories, encouraging others to do so as well. This is a wave that we need to make sure stays flowing, and we need to ride it, and we need to support it. Like, women, we've come a long way. I know there's men here too, you guys, and I appreciate you guys for supporting us, because if you're here, that means you also support us. And I want to say that as women, if you look back at history, not just in the U.S., obviously, but all over the world, we have and still are having a very challenging time being able to just be us. You know, I feel like it's just really all we want is to just be able to do us and be able to be treated fairly, equally. We are human also as males. There's nothing, just because a male has a dick don't mean he's better or deserving of more pay and treatment. Nothing. Everything should be on above board and equal. Like, why?
Right.
I am a woman, but I also have a mind. I have a soul. I you know, I have a lot to offer. Like, hello, like, I'm not a man, but like, I should not be able to, like, for instance, with the fact that I don't show my face, I'm going to address that, because I don't know if I've probably said something about it, but I'm going to say, I'm not, I mean, I was going to say I'm not hiding, but I kind of am hiding just because of the topic, the nature of this subject that I cover, especially even with the readings. Like, people are very sensitive about that type of stuff. I'm in a city that, you know, it's a big city, but at the same time, it's a small city. If you black and in this city, believe you me, people know who you are. We know each other out here. So, I have a career to protect. I have a family to protect. These people are crazy, as Lizette Martinez has let us know. They ruined her life because she spoke out on that docuseries. And it's unfortunate that the docuseries didn't support her back, because that's from what I understand. We'll get into that with her. But she took it upon herself, and she had the courage, and I thanked her for that also. Any victim who comes out, especially in a big, high-profile case like this, is important, because they represent not just themselves, but a mass of people. And when someone sees that, they get encouraged themselves. They become stronger just hearing someone else's testimony. So it's very important that we let these people speak, and that we support them when they do, and not just shut them down instantly because we liked someone's music, or, you know, because someone has style and looks, or did, because I don't think he does. But you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. We need to do better.
Or because someone is a preacher.
Oh yeah, exactly. They have a slick tongue. They sound good. They look a certain way. I know a lot of DJ Dustmite, Kevin Terrell, in case you're wondering, or DJ Tyson. He has a lot of female followers. It's been said by other vloggers that the reason he has so many followers is because they're attracted to him and they're kind of lusting over him, I guess you could say. I don't know that they know he's only 4'7", but some people don't care. So with that said, I'm just saying that a lot of reasons that people are thriving on this platform is because it's not for the right reasons, I guess is what I want to say. And I feel like these people are bashing people because he himself has said things against the victims, and even women in Chicago in general saying that they're all grimy. I've heard him say that. And yeah, he said it multiple. It's like his tagline. Hi, I'm DJ Tyson, aka what's his other name? Kevin Terrell. I'm from Chicago. I'm grimy, as are all the women here. Now cash at me so I can get me some Mickey D's. I'm hungry.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna talk to y'all while I eat my chicken, and I throw my bones out the window, and I degrade women while putting down another man with wide separated eyes that go each and every way whenever he says a word, and we going back and forth, but you support me and you buy me lunch, and I'm gonna talk to you wherever I can get a plug to plug in my phones that Obama gave me so I could talk to you. So thank you and good night. I'm not a thug, I'm a gangster. Thank you, Diva.
Right.
Thank you for reminding me. And hey, Ty Mallard. Ty, let's see, how long have we been in here now? What's the time frame here?
About 2 hours.
2? Are you serious? Oh my God. Dang, Nia, you like to talk, huh, girl? I have 24 likes and 62 approximate viewers. Can we get some likes up in here? Let me do La Hollywood next, since I'm feeling my impersonations. Y'all got me in here talking all this. If y'all ain't got me on 24 likes and it's 60 y'all in here, I'm about to shut this shit down. Who the fuck y'all think y'all are? Taking advantage of me. Y'all don't even know who I am. Y'all don't know who I am, but I'm going to show you when I shut this shit down if I don't get likes. If I don't get likes right now, I ain't telling you nothing. Show me some likes. Oh, yeah. I need my inhaler. They told me, too, don't forget your... Okay, so in my book she actually passes, but no, that's not right. I'm sorry. I don't mean that, Hollywood. We got love for you over here, girl. Stand your ground, Maverick. Do your thing, girl. Once you realize that your guy is actually guilty, hopefully you will change your narrative and keep your channel, because you're actually very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're wasting your time though right now, because you're supporting something that is already in the garbage. It's done. It's a wrap. But if that's your thing though, you like resuscitating things, you go for it. You are a nurse, right? Or a nursing assistant. What Dana says, she wipes asses for a living. Whatever it is you do, if that's what you like and R. Kelly fits into that little desire for you, then you do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm not even going to go over there no more.
Oh my God. Nia, you done set yourself up, girl. So Nia just said that she's not going to go to Hollywood Next anymore. So I don't know if you guys were listening on another video or live where I said...
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right. So I'm going to address this. I'm very transparent, okay? My goddess warriors deserve every ounce of what happens behind the scenes and everything else. So, yeah. So I get a text telling me that I need to go over to Hollywood Next's live ASAP, right? And I don't know what I was doing at the time, but I wasn't on YouTube. So I said, okay, let me see what's going on. I go to Hollywood Next and I hear my name, Goddess. And I'm like, okay, let me rewind on this replay a little bit. I see Nia in the chat. I see Deshaun in the chat. And I see Diva in the chat of Hollywood Next, the ops. And I'm like, what is going on? All my mods, all my people are in this chat. And she's calling me out for some reason. So I actually have some audio. So let's hear what is going on here. Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not here to start stuff.
This is when Hollywood Next. Okay, so Nia was in the chat. Okay, Hollywood Next had a live. Nia was in the chat, and the people had recognized her, and they were kicking up dust about her. And I guess Hollywood Next had caught her attention. So now she's calling it out.
I don't need nobody to like instigate anything for me. Like I told you guys, if y'all ain't learned me by now, and I've been on here for a good minute, and I come as real as it's gonna get. I'm not for the shit. You can't instigate nothing. I don't need no fucking crowd coming over here. Nia, you is a goddess wrench over there, so you probably should go over there. I don't think this channel is gonna be appropriate for you because there's no love lost, boo. You know, you can enjoy the commentary and laugh and all that stuff, but I just don't, I'm not for drama. Okay, I respect what y'all did over there, but I saw what y'all did. That's messy. How y'all try to like give me a backhand compliment. You know what I'm saying? I read people very well, and that statement that was given about the inmate who had in Texas. That story came out. That was Angelo Clary who did that story because he said exactly the same thing that was put in the story. So I just want to make sure I tell you guys this as well.
So Diva's asking, when did she do this? Diva, you were in her chat at the time. You don't remember? You didn't hear her talking, calling y'all out? She probably didn't recognize you, but she recognized Nia for sure. Let's finish. There's only a little bit left. Hold on.
Angelo Clary threw that story out there about the inmate trying to get information to R. Kelly and tried to write his proposal for him. Angelo Clary said the exact same thing. I put it word for word. His words coming out of Angelo Clary's mouth. I got it. Everything literally step by step. I haven't dropped that chat, but I just need to let y'all know while y'all on my live. That was Angelo Clary. So Angelo Clary is working with Goddess over there, the Dawn Goddess. He working with them.
First of all, they never get my name right. It is Goddess Dawn. If you want to say the Dawn Goddess, that's fine too. And like I said before, that means bringer of light. And I'm shedding light on all y'all bullshit in the dark. That's why I'm here. And that's why the warriors are here. And we're going to keep doing it. But let's finish this. Almost done here. Let's go.
Angelo Clary, he's reaching a lot of different people. He's not paying them nothing. I don't know. I don't think because
he's definitely not paying me. Let me interject again. I'm not working with or for Angelo Clary. I am my own entity. I have been my own entity this whole time. I am 10 months in on this channel, over 100 videos, and I don't work for nobody. And I'm not in cahoots with nobody. I'm not a puppet like Phases. Yes, Phases is a puppet. That's why I don't know if we got to that, Nia, but you were saying she changed her tone and she's acting all careful. It's because somebody's telling her what to do and say. Anyway, let's finish this.
He don't look like he got no money because he looked like he's straggling. If he had money, he'd go get his child. So I don't think he got no money. But he definitely over there. No, y'all gave me respect, so it's no disrespect to Nia, no disrespect to you, no disrespect to Goddess. But I know what you guys are doing. I just call it like I see it. I don't entertain bullshit. You know, I see your comments in the commentary all the time. I know you and Shakira or whatever y'all got going on. So, matter of fact, let me take that moderator off. No disrespect to you, Shakira, but I just gotta be very selective with my moderators because I know you and Nia is very good friends. And so, not like that, but just I know y'all have y'all on again, off again, love, hate thing. I peep game. I've been watching for a long time. So, trust me when I tell y'all, I'm in this game because I watched the game for a long time. So now I'm in here to just stop playing with y'all and stop letting other people play with y'all and just keep it real with y'all.
So what she meant by that was that she'd been watching for a long time. That means she's a fan. Hi, Hollywood Next. And I mean, she's been watching and she's knowing everything we're saying. She basically tried to call Nia out for being in cahoots with one of her wrenches. Nia clarified. Well, I'll let Nia clarify for herself. Go ahead, Nia.
Well, yeah. So there was someone in the chat. I think maybe her name was Shakira or Shania or something like that. And she was like, y'all friends. So nope. You ain't getting no wrench no more. But it simply wasn't true. I didn't know that other person. And the girl was like, no, I'm not. She was like, too late.
Right.
And I felt bad for the girl because I'm like, no, We don't know each other.
Yeah, she took a wrench away from somebody who she accused of being in cahoots with Nia. They didn't even know each other. The girl was telling her, Nia was telling her also, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think she also, like Levi, sips a little too much of the little brown liquor while they're on live. You know, you might want to switch to wine. Tasha done told y'all it's the wine now. So, let me get a sip of the rosé. No, I'm just kidding. But,
the thing was, is I was in there, and she was, talking a little mess on hot breath, and I got a little excited, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. And she was like, oh, I see you, Nia. And before I could stop it, it was exposed. And so I sent a message to Goddess, and I was like, girl, get over here. She talking about you. And then
you
Goddess
see this?
was like,
you see this?
what are you doing over there?
This is my life. This is my life.
Right.
Mocha said,
and
go ahead.
Then, let me say this. So then I was like, well, Diva's in there too.
Exactly. So you gonna throw Diva under the bus? Well, not only Diva, but Deshaun was also there. Hey, he's in the chat. Hey, I lost Nia. He's in the chat. Hey, what's going on? I saw you, Deshaun. My number one guard here is in the ops chat, but that's cool. I know y'all, just over there, just getting the inside info. It's all good. Nia, I don't know why your phone hung up, but you can call me back. So what else do we have here? I think that's all I have in the notes as far as things that we were going to cover. I did want to say something about that whole Tank situation. Nia's off the phone, and she can't, the Tank, if you go back to any of the past videos that Nia has contributed to, you will hear her talking about Tank this, Tank that. She was also talking about Omari Hutchins or Ghost on Power. And, okay, Deshaun, you spying for me. All right, I'm going to hold you to it. I ain't never seen you send me nothing, no real good juice now. Some tea. If you're going to spy, get the tea. Nia's like, oh, hush. So Tank, what do y'all think about this whole thing about Tank? So he's quoted as saying on, I think, Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast or broadcast that sucking another man's, I'm going to say, penis is not gay. He's like, oh, he just sucked it a couple times. Oh, that's cool. That's not gay. I mean, do you got Hardwick? I'm sorry, Nia. Omari Hardwick, a.k.a. Ghost, yes. But what do y'all think about Tank? And saying that, do you think that's kind of just the elite telling their puppets that they have to start softening, that line when it comes to what's gay and what's not gay, trying to get people to be a little more fluid? Missy saying she sent me a video. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Angela's like, gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Let me get that clear. Because I don't bash gay people. I don't, there's nothing wrong with that. But my problem is people who are on the down low and who are actually gay or bi, and they act like they're straight. And that's a problem for me. So if you're giving us hints, like Mocha said, he likes the eggplant. You want to suck on some dick and think you still straight, that's cool. But hopefully you're not out there, whoever you're seeing, I don't know if he's still engaged or whatever the case, but telling them that you're straight and acting like, you don't like it. Because that's not cool, dude. Like, we're in a time where I think it's kind of safe to come out. I mean, there's a whole bunch of support behind gay people, trans, the whole nine. They have a whole, what is it, LBGTQ. I think they've added I and A. I mean, there's a lot of support there, and these people have money for the most part. Missy said you already did commentary on the video taping of Dana J from Hollywood. Yeah, I think I did. I don't know if that came up in the chat. Hip hop is not nice to gay men, is what Jody's saying. Well, that's true. The music industry, for the most part, which is the most what is the word? It's just a cesspool. The music industry is rife with everything under the sun that is, we would say, R. Kelly. We'll use R. Kelly as the description for what the music industry is. He actually is a direct reflection of the music industry. So, with that being said, yeah, I mean, Tank saying that, he probably just forgot where he was. He probably didn't think Angela's little lip service was going to get him viral attention. So I see Pharrell's name is mentioned. Oh, yeah, didn't he just have a cover of him wearing some type of cloak or coat or feathered dress? He has always seemed a little light in the feet, but he's so talented. You know, I kind of just am cool. I'm cool with whatever people want to do. I just don't like when people try to portray themselves as one thing when they're really another, and then it comes out and it's like a big deal because we're surprised. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just like, wow, well, won't you just be who you are? So, okay, I guess, Nia, you ain't calling back. You just done quit your job. Is that what's happening here? Nia's like, I'm out. So, I don't know that I have much more. I know that there's court coming up on October 30th for R. Kelly. He's going back to the Illinois feds. And I don't know. I was going to check to see if there was any updates as far as any filings. I will go ahead and do that on my own time. But I don't know what to expect from this hearing. I don't even know what's on the agenda for it. I think that's the only court that has yet to set a date for trial, as far as I know, because the April court date is the state trial. The May court date is the New York federal trial. So I'm thinking maybe the Illinois federal court will set a June trial. Maybe they're just going to do boom, 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 back to back. And if they did, that'd be great, because we want to hear guilty, 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 and guilty, guilty, guilty. So, Nia, I'm about to remove your mod status. You're talking about you're a mod on Hollywood Next. You know what? If you don't get back on this phone so you can be your family here a proper goodbye, because I don't know that we're have anything else to cover. I think we're good to go. Yeah, the Mocha says she reads people talking about Hollywood. I think Hollywood just be buzzing. She's smoking on her blunt. She's sipping her liquor. She's talking to these men that are calling in, flirting, about to, you know, do her thing while she's talking on these live calls. But, so she's saying, you're not going to call? Okay. Oh, here she is. Hold on. Hello?
Hello. Please apologize.
To you? Did you hang up on me because did I make you mad? Okay, let's rewind. What did I say? And I will consider it.
It was too much. I think you owe me, Diva, and Deshaun an apology.
Oh, you know what?
Right.
First of all,
let's finish this.
Right, because I'm like, first of all, I didn't even say anything that warrants an apology. I love you guys. You know that.
Meditation. Okay, all right.
Yes, you know that. You know the love is real over here. I would never, ever, ever compromise this over none of the other YouTubers, the Peehive YouTubers in my life. They will never get over like that. Because this is all love over here. This is all love. This is all light. This is all good. So I'm not tripping off. I'm not tripping off those people.
Goddess warrior. Yeah.
That's right. That's just it's just a little commentary. And with that being said, before we end here, we're gonna just make sure we know that the tone is set properly. And you guys stay in the chat. Give me 1 second, because I'm gonna just do this. Oh, wrong one. I'm gonna do this, and then I have to do something real quick. Did you see that text I sent you, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. But this is what we do over here. Okay, we're not fighting over here. This is unity. This is love. This is positivity. We are growing, ascending. We are taking over. We are powerful. We are empowered. We are brilliant over here. We're talking lighten up the whole universe. So with that said, this is mood setting right here. Let's get it.
If you at my table, fix a plate. If your ass a hater, stay away. Sleeping on me, should've stayed awake. I feel good, I feel great. Can't you tell by that smile on my face? Can't you tell by the way I pour that ace? Can't you tell by the way I beat that case? Beat that.
Okay, well, Sylvester won't be coming out talking about I feel good, I feel great because of the way I beat that case. He might have said that in 2008, but this right here is the kid. This is my kid. He's letting us know he feel good, he feel great, but I feel like it sets the tone for how we are over here, and I want to make sure we leave with that sentiment. And I'm not leaving just yet, but we are almost there, but I want to make sure, you know, you get the feels. So
I feel great, not just so paid by you. Mistake and relocate and ride my way. Don't sink on me, don't trip the weed and drink on me. Yeah, I'm on top it up in 10 toes. Probably off of Western eating bento. You niggas probably wouldn't get the shit I've been through. Don't never let nobody take away what's in you. They said this shit is life or death, and I'm living proof. I ain't stopping till the jet got a swimming pool
and a living room.
Good, I feel great. If you at my table, fix a plate.
Fix a plate.
If your ass a hater, stay away.
Stay awake.
Sleeping on me, should've stayed awake.
Stayed awake.
I feel good, I feel great.
I feel great. Hey,
Tell by that smile on my face.
on my face.
Can't you tell by the way I pour that ace?
Pour that ace.
Can't you tell by the way I beat that case?
I beat that case.
I beat that case. Look,
That's funny to me though, because he's R. Kelly ain't beating that case. You ain't beating that case, baby. Yeah, it ain't happening, because you know what? It ain't even just one case. It's like 41 cases. It's like 41 indictments. We got a lot of stuff you got to fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't windmill that much to save your life. You cannot fight that hard against all of these things on your own with all these backbiters and leeches you got around you out here trying to say they fighting for you, and they stealing from you. They scamming people in the name of you, and they making you look like even worse shit than you already are. And you know what? It's a whole grand situation for us who don't support you. And I'm just talking to you directly because I feel like you kind of do have a little pull in jail, and I feel like you might have a little transistor radio, a little something with the internet, a little something, and you just, you know, you looking for your name and you found us, and we're here to tell you that you're a shitty ass person and you did a lot of shitty shit and to a lot of people who didn't deserve it, and you took a lot of dreams away. You hurt a lot of people, women, girls, children. You took a lot of people's innocence, and we just want to make sure you stay where you at. Or actually, you're more embedded into the system than you are now. Because right now, you're kind of in a place of, well, if he gets off on the trial, then we'll let him out. But until then, he's going to stay. But we want to make sure that even after the trial, you are where you are, and you stay where you are. Period. The end. That's it. Angela said he might have got a cell phone. He probably does have a cell phone. I wouldn't doubt that he has a cell phone. I feel like that whole Azrael situation, I feel like this is just a whole stage play. I just really feel like a lot of what we see, what we hear, what we read has nothing to do with what is actually happening, except for the fact that this guy is behind bars and he's going to stay behind bars, period. Everything else is really moot. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. All of it is. All of the Peehive YouTubers, they're irrelevant. You know, someone sent me the link to that video we saw of that YouTuber who was breaking down the facts of the YouTubers who support R. Kelly and how nobody's really watching them, and they're very ineffective and they're not reaching anyone. They have the same subscribers that run to each channel, and some of those people probably stirring up some stuff. Oh, so-and-so talking about you, you know. And I know how that goes, but in reality, she broke down that you guys are just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Okay? So, you know, but if that's what you want to do your thing. I'm not against people doing what they feel they need to do. For some reason, they feel compelled to have a whole YouTube channel, you know, supporting someone, a criminal, child abuser and predator. You want to dedicate your channel showing your face. So I'm assuming that you really don't have anything that is on the line when it comes to your career, when it comes to your well-being, your future. You know, you might have an opportunity to, you know, I don't know, run a daycare or anything really that has some substance. And then, you know, the person who's looking into your background sees that you've been on YouTube supporting R. Kelly fiercely, with your face showing, with your face. Yeah, with your face showing in the camera. And they're like, well, isn't that the guy that just got convicted for the rest of his life? This person was supporting them. Wow, that really says a lot about them. And then they start looking in your comments, and then they start seeing all the stuff you were saying, and they're like, oh gosh, no, I'm glad we saw this. We can't possibly have them join our organization. We couldn't possibly have them speak at our event. We couldn't possibly have them represent our children at this school. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you're doing. You're putting yourself out there to say that I'm a creep. I'm a part of a cult, and, you know, I really don't care about public opinion. I don't care about facts. I don't care about evidence or, you know, discovery. I really support this guy because he made really sexy music, and he made me grind on my pillow. You know, they give him credit for the population, actually.
Yeah, they do.
It's ridiculous.
They make the reach. They'll come up with all sorts of twisty things.
Yeah. And the reason I didn't mention, but Levi, you know, he shows he used to, I haven't seen him do this lately, but you know, he would show the side of his face kind of. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put a picture in the community post because I didn't do it tonight. I didn't have time to do it, but there's a picture of him, and it's basically, I guess, trying to imply that he's actually the one who's in the tape. He's with R. Kelly at it looks like a concert or something. It's back in the day. They're both bald-headed. They have the same physique. Like, they do actually look very similar in the picture. And the person who posted it is basically trying to say, do we really know who it was in the video? We wonder why he doesn't show his face in his YouTube videos. We wonder why he's so mysterious, because he doesn't want us to know that was actually him in those tapes. So I'm going to post that picture. I'm going to actually, maybe I'll do a poll. Do you think he looks enough like No, I don't even want to put that out there because it ain't him. It's R. Kelly. We know it is. Right. Maybe he was in there. Maybe he has his own set of tapes. We don't know what he was doing with R. Kelly. A lot of these men or people in general who support R. Kelly are culprits themselves. Like, a lot of times they do this to deflect from the fact that they're actually criminals themselves, abusers, molesters. Like, a lot of time, like, if you're standing up for someone who's a criminal with obvious evidence out there, I mean, the Aaliyah marriage, there's so much stuff. I can't even begin to go there now. But if you're standing up for this person in form of YouTube, putting your face on the videos, that says to me that you're crazy. Like, you really do need professional help, or that you are yourself complicit in similar criminal activity. Either one. So either you want to go see a therapist, or you want to go to jail. Which one? Because you need to do one or the other. But once you need to do, though, yeah, or go home. Yeah. You ain't got to go here, but you need to get off YouTube. Because you looking crazy out here in these streets now. I think I mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
In his last video, well, I don't know.
And I'm gonna go take care of that real quick while you talk. But go ahead.
Okay, but there was a video of him going on and on and on and preaching at Dame Dash for basically sticking up for Aaliyah in a way. He was saying that, because I guess Dame Dash was saying that Aaliyah said that R. Kelly was a bad man, and maybe she told him some other things. Well, Levi decided to address Dame Dash specifically in one of his videos, and he was ranting and ranting and ranting. And the way that it happened, he was in front of the Levi was in front of the stove, but not facing the camera, you know, looking just off to the side. But he was addressing him, addressing Dame Dash, as if he was really having a conversation with him. And after about 7 minutes of this pretend conversation that Levi was having with Dame Dash, it really felt like something I should not be watching, because it felt very manic, or it felt like something that, almost like something you would see a child doing, or a homeless, crazy person doing.
Oh, you mean a person like this?
Don't believe me, just watch.
Or
don't believe me, just watch. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo!
Yeah. But it was, I just think that at some point, if you're a 55, you know, if you're a grown man just sitting there raging at the air because some dude is in prison because he's been accused of child rape for 30 years, it's probably time to get out a book of affirmations. It's probably time to start journaling a bit. You know, maybe some self-reflection.
A little self-reflection is always good. Goes a long way.
Might be in order. So, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, the whole thing is, to me, that we just have to do better as individuals first, obviously, all of us, and then our men. Like, I really need our men to step up a little bit more. And if not only just to voice your true feelings. I got a lot of messages from men about this topic, but they don't speak out because they don't want anyone seeing them comment. They don't want anyone to judge them that they're not supporting R. Kelly, because I think a lot of men who do support him say that these men are jealous of R. Kelly. They, you know, there's a lot of reasons they say these people don't support it, which is bull. But I do get a lot of messages from men who don't support R. Kelly, but don't want to say it out loud. I just want to say, you know, we just need a lot more men who will be vocal, because it looks like is that the women's movement, and I'm putting that in air quotes, is trying to take over the world, and we're unjust. And, you know, if men would speak up a little more, at least it would be a different perspective or a different side of things for these men to look at and say, well, maybe I should think about what I'm saying, because this brother, he seems like he's got it together and all this stuff. And, you know, I'm just saying, yeah, we need a little more support out here. That reminds me of an article I saw on the rapper Wale. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he spoke to, I think, a reporter about how he doesn't feel connected to his daughter. I think she's 3. And
wow.
Yeah, he said this in public, and I'm like, you know, one day she might Google you and find this. What he said, I mean, it sounds bad, but what he actually said in the article is that because of the way he was raised, I guess that he doesn't know how to show her love. He loves her, he feels it, but he doesn't know how to show it. So he doesn't have that connection as far as the googlies and the feeling all warm and fuzzy type of thing. But I don't know. It's like, for me, if you say that out loud and it's now a blog article, it says rapper Wale reveals he's having difficulty connecting to his daughter. With that being said, I think that's where the work needs to be put in right here, when you recognize something like that, because she's going to need you. She's definitely going to need to feel the warm and fuzzy. She needs to know that you do connect with her and you love her. So, you know, this is a lot of reasons why a lot of girls do look at men like a R. Kelly, older, successful, you know, somebody who they maybe make them feel safe in that moment before they realize what they've gotten themselves into. Because they didn't have that support at home, the fatherly love, support, you know, that bond. So hopefully that he said he's seeing a therapist. I guess the therapist told him, well, you didn't have that, so how do you expect to give it to her? I know a lot of times people who don't have it, they actually are able to give it to their children because they know what they were missing, and they're aware of it enough to where they make changes within themselves to be able to do that for their children because they know better. They don't want their children to go through what they went through. They want their children to have better, right? So, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that he came out and actually said that. I don't know what he thought he was going to get out of that. I think for me, the only thing that's going to do is maybe hurt his daughter if she finds that later in life. But who am I?
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I might look that up.
Oh, Diva, I'm sorry.
But
Diva said that's her situation. That was my situation, she says. Yeah.
That's bad. I'm sure a lot of people are in similar situations.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to end it here. We've been on here for a minute. And I do appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And Nia also, especially. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
My
and
Goddess Warriors.
Everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll be back. I don't know when yet specifically, but we will. And let's remember that we do have a petition out there. You can look on the last live with the children. It's in the description box. It's also on Twitter. Follow me, Goddess Dawn 3 on Twitter. And go down my timeline. You'll find the petition also there. And we're basically trying to, what's the guy's name, Nia? Do you have it still on hand? We're trying to get this guy locked back up. He molested a 6-year-old boy for 2 years violently. He was the husband of the daycare owner, friend of the family, and he molested this boy for 2 years straight. Even put a gun to him a few times to say, I'm going to kill you if you tell anybody. His mom found out and she had him arrested. He was... They did have evidence on him also. He was facing a possible trial, but now they've decided because his therapist recommended to let him go. They have dropped the case from what I understand because the therapist said the child was not in any position emotionally to deal with the trial. So they said they're going to file it at a later date. In the meantime, we don't know where this guy's going to go, what he's going to do. We don't know who he's going to do anything with or to. The point is to keep him away from the society that he can harm. So apparently they're missing the point. We need to be in touch with the prosecutor. We need to sign this petition. We were making fun of the Peehive and they only have 500 signatures, blah, blah, blah. But when I signed it, I was the first one. Okay, so can y'all go to the position that Mocha took the time, Duchess took the time to put together for us and sign that. I know that people probably will back off when they see you got to put your information, but you don't have to show your name. There's a box once you get to that and it asks you if you want to be anonymous or not. So if you want to be anonymous, that's an option. Go ahead and sign the petition and let's make some noise out here, warriors.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, his name is George Michael Johnston. And I did a search earlier to see if they had anything in Indiana, and I was not able to find anything, but I will keep you posted. Okay,
that'd be awesome. Thank you. Auntie Annette, thank you for signing and for sharing. Make sure you guys just follow through on that. Oh, thank you. Okay, Mocha. She's like, I signed it. So we have 2 people. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I just encourage everyone to, be about it. We're not just talking right here. We're also taking action. I think we, at some point, will be a force, but we got to get there. And I think right now, the unity I feel right now, I feel the vibes. I feel like we got some smart people here. I feel like, if, there's so much going on in the world, there's a need for people, smaller communities like this to take it upon themselves to make a difference. So that's why I'm here. I'm not here just to talk. I'm not here. I don't show my face and my boobs like a Nick at Night, for instance. I'm not bashing her, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to double, triple, quadruple my subs, I could show my face and show my, my goods and play that angle. But, I'm not really interested in that. And like I said before, I have things to protect also because of the nature of the content of this. But it's important, though, that I'm going to continue to be consistent. And hopefully you will be, too. So if you want to keep up with us, please subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Nia is at Love Logic Hope. And, just keep up with us. Keep coming back to the lives. Watch the videos. And I hope to have some very special guests coming on soon with interviews. And Diva says she's going on Twitter when we're done. Thank you. And Deshaun says, thank you. We lost strong uncle in my family. Oh, I'm sorry, Deshaun. My condolences to you. And Della's message is being retracted. What's going on there?
I mean, someone can retract their own message.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, do you guys have any questions or have anything to say before we check out of here? I just want to make sure we're all covered. I want to give you guys also a voice. Did you guys want to call in? I can open up the line. Anybody want to call? Let's just give it a couple minutes. Since we have been here all this time, might as well end it with a bang. So let me know and I will release the line. But you got to let me know like right now. Let me pull up the site actually just in case. You let me know, Nia, if anybody says they would like to call in. I'm just logging into that little site. I should have done that already. Anybody on the replay, I want to say thank you for coming to the channel. If whether or not it's your first time, I appreciate your listening and taking in what we're speaking on. And if you made it this far, that means you are a writer. So you might as well go ahead and subscribe and become a warrior and get on this this train right here, because we're taking care of business. 2020, somebody said yesterday, I think in the chat, 2020 is our year. I agree with that. I feel like right now we're just on a wave. And I feel like we all have weapons in the form of knowledge, intelligence. We have things on our side that apparently other people don't have. So I'm so glad you guys are here with us and showing us that we're not alone in this fight. What do we have? Nobody? Are we good?
I think Diva. I think Diva's going to call.
Oh, okay. Diva, you have the number if you want to call in direct. Let me just undo that actually. Okay, it's open. So both lines are open. If you see the 888 number on the screen, that line is open. And Diva, if you want to call, come on through, girl. So, what is this? No picture, Deshaun. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the conversation.
I think he was talking about a Twitter account or something. Oh, she's saying that it's asking her to leave a message
on my direct phone, not the 888. Well, I just released the 888 number, so that should be open. But you have my actual number, girl. So just call me on my number. I just undid. It was on Do Not Disturb. I just undid that. She's like, I can't put the extension. Oh, it's asking you for an extension? It shouldn't be doing that.
She said she's going to try again.
Yeah, just call my phone. You have the number. So it's Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'm so happy it's Friday. This was like a lot for me at work, as well as on YouTube. I mean, just a lot happening all at once. But I'm looking forward to the weekend. And I'm like looking at the chat. No luck, Diva. You want me to call you? I mean, I do have your number. I can call you also. Maybe I should. Okay, let me just.
Okay, yeah, I think she said okay.
I was just trying to call you.
I'm like, Diva, you have my number, girl.
I'm like, I'm having difficulties here, girl. I'm half to fucking sleep. How about that?
Oh, I forgot. She's in a different time zone. What time is it?
1:42 a.m.
Oh my goodness. Well, I appreciate you and anybody else who's hanging with us. I'm on the last, I guess I'm the latest zone, right? Because it's like 10:43 over here. It's still young over here. I'm still like, I'm going to hang up here and still live some life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go crash and sleep if you want to. So what's up, Diva the Divine Light?
At 5:30 a.m. for the kids.
Oh dang. Okay, well yeah, what speak your piece, Diva. What's popping?
Well, I just want to let everybody know, when y'all see me in these people's chats and these Peehive chats, just know that I'm infiltrating y'all. I don't give a fuck if they know now. They know now because I'm saying it. I'm just infiltrating. I'm not on their side. So it might look like I'm being nice, but I just don't want to be blocked because I want to stay a spy.
Diva's like, let me clear my name real quick.
Yes, please let me clear my name real quick. Because no, I don't go for none of them. None.
You know, I already know. I know where your trueness is coming from.
I'm sorry, guys, that I haven't been on in a couple of days. There's so many shit I want to come out with right now, and I'm trying my best, but I've been really busy running around with the kids and their appointments and school and everything else that I got to deal with and stuff. I'm not too good in my health right now either, so I'm running around for myself as well. So,
well, you know,
I'm going to come out, y'all. I got that Confessions of a Daddy's Little Freak book that I'm going to start with y'all.
Hey, I'm there. Yes, definitely.
I got it. I found it. I got the whole book online for free.
Okay.
Don't nobody have to donate nothing. I found that shit for free.
Okay, dope. It should be free, honestly. But
yeah.
So
there's
when
a couple of them that are, you just gotta find them and shit.
Right. So do you know when about, or should we be just looking out?
I'm gonna try if I can mañana.
Oh.
I have nothing to do.
Okay.
So in the morning, I'm gonna start my stuff. So maybe in the afternoon it'll be up.
Oh, that's dope. So everybody follow or subscribe to Diva the Divine Light channel. You might want to type that in and make sure make sure you support her. She is amazing and we love her. She is obviously a goddess warrior. She's her own warrior. She is Team Truth. We are all about this keeping our foot on R. Kelly's neck and keeping R. Kelly down. Our Keep R. Kelly Down is probably not, I think she's in a different part of the world also. So hopefully whoever is will catch the replay and hear that we are showing them love. But definitely, Diva, thank you so much for your part in this. And I know we connected.
Thank you to my love for loving me and accepting me and supporting me.
Absolutely.
God bless all of you. I appreciate it very, very much.
We appreciate you too.
These YouTube streets, y'all.
You are new, but time flies, and before you know it, you're gonna be going live too, girl. So you need to actually.
I can't wait to do that shit with y'all. I can't wait.
You know what? You need to hit up Grown Man Show and find out what the heck he did, because he did some special shit. Okay.
I saw that shit. I was like, that's amazing.
That just tells you who we dealing with, though. I don't want to put them out there like that because I don't want YouTube be spying too. They watch videos they taking their time, because I get notifications from like months back, like, oh, we see you use this audio. We're not going to strike you, but we see you. And I'm like, that was in March. That was way in March. Are you serious? But yeah, they were
all the way in the back.
Oh yeah,
all the way in the back.
They're watching. They're keeping tabs. So, but yeah, support Diva. And somebody, did you leave me a voice message, Diva, on that other? Did you call the 888 number?
Yes, mommy. I called the hotline first. That's what I did. And it was telling me to leave you a message. It wasn't even telling me to enter the extension.
Oh, good. Because I unset that, so I was hoping that wasn't the case. Okay, cool. Well, I had a message just now. I was gonna play it, but if it's you trying to get on, then I won't. So
it was me trying to get on, so it was just me like hanging up probably.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you were able to call in. Do you have anything else you would like to impart on our people before we go?
Just make sure you guys get on that Twitter. I'm trying to be consistent too, man. It's really hard. I know we all have busy lives, but try to get on Twitter and let's all fight this fight, because these Peehives are, there's a lot of them out there. And to be honest, I've noticed there's not too many of us out there. There's not a lot of people that want to speak up for the truth, And I feel like we're the only ones doing it. You know, I mean, there's all of us here, but it's not many. I feel like there's more of those maggots, and they gotta go.
I don't know if there's really more of them. I just feel like they just repeat themselves.
Yeah, they repeat themselves. They're all over the place, but it's a bunch of them. Like, and we need to be like that too.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad you have your channel. I'm trying to encourage Miss Nia here to start a channel because I think
you need to hurry up.
Yeah,
girl.
Nia has a lot to say. Nia is
she's very informative, very resourceful.
absolutely. She's a powerhouse within herself. So at some point, hopefully, we will have a separate channel for Nia and whoever else out there who has a voice that they want to get heard, and they are, you know, imparting wisdom and intelligence and not just spewing fanship and stan.
That's right. We're not ghetto
language.
ratchet people on this side. We're
Exactly.
very classy people.
Exactly.
Knowledgeable people. Smart people. We can do this, guys. Just get your courage up and do it, man. Just do it. We got to do it. We got to do it.
Right. So people like myself and Diva are here to support. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that matter. So I think we're good at this point.
Like illuminating.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about love and light and positivity. You know, there is negativity and challenges that come to us in the world. But we have to be protected. You know, you just want to, you know, you have to treat yourself as if you're in a war. You really do, because there is a spiritual warfare happening right now, and you have to consciously be aware that you need to be protected as you're out in this world and the people you deal with. Just use your common sense, and if you get signals, red flags, things like that, just pay attention, listen to your inner spirit, just, you know, connect. I have videos in my archive. I have a meditation playlist where you can just press play, sit down and relax, and follow the instructions and get in touch with yourself, get connected.
I need to start doing that, girl. I'm about to check that out myself. I haven't done it yet.
I do suggest you start with the first. Yeah, do it. Just start with the first video, which is love, and go from there. I think that's the best one. The one I did most recently, I'm not really, I mean, it's not, I don't feel it's my best work, but it gets the point across. So please check those out. Anything else because I think we should just sign off at this point.
And no, I was about to say about what you're saying with the, you know, when you're out there and you're trying to defend people and you have these trolls, and like, for instance, what I was telling you about that guy that threatened my son's life.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with these people threatening children? You see that they just from that alone, they have no morals. They have nothing. They have no souls. Like Jim Goddard said, soulless.
Yes, soulless. Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what they are, just like Kells, soulless. And it's fucking disgusting.
Absolutely is. And you have to stay away from that stuff.
That person, Jaffe Peters, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have a a troll named Jaffe, Jaffe Peters, right? And I've blocked him a long time ago, but he's vicious with his.
Yeah, I just blocked him too, Mom.
You have to block them because, you know, these people, they don't deserve to be able to spew that disgusting demon spiel on people's comments and people's channels. Like, you have to protect your own channel too. So
yeah, like Mia was telling me, she was like, don't post no more about your son, and I'm not.
Please don't. Yeah, I'm telling you, these people will go the lengths that one would go if you think they're fighting for their own life. Yeah. And they don't even know this man. So I just want to say too, shout out to a channel called Trial and Error. I haven't personally watched the videos, to be honest. However, I've gotten
I saw that the other day. My mom was, we were hollering about it.
Yeah, so a couple of people hit me up, told me to check them out. But I do want to shout out to them because they redirected the narrative that me and Hollywood Next are the same person. That was actually on Twitter. Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, we're the same person. Like, first of all, I don't want to put her down, but there's a lot of differences, okay? And I did see the picture. You know, I think it was Angelo who told me, you know, that he was arguing with somebody that I was not her because they were swearing up and down we were the same person. I think her picture got leaked. I don't look anything like that picture. And Angelo and I have never met in person, but thank you for arguing for me if you did do that. But I don't think that it needs to be argued. I think if you just check the receipts, which would be my videos and her videos, you would definitely know that we're not the same person.
Different people, how could they even compare the two? I can't.
Right. So I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Trial and Error, who I guess are a duo YouTube vlogger team. And they,
I think they're like auntie and niece or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I want to shout them out because they redirected that narrative, and now they've actually swapped me out for Sharon Wimbush. So they have switched the narrative. Yeah, they switched that narrative up real quick, and they're like, no. It's Hollywood Next and Sharon Wimbush were the same person. You got it all wrong. So I appreciate that because I don't like, even though I know it's not true, and a lot of you know it's not true, some people might think it's true. And I just want to make sure that the truth is out there. I am not that person. So there that is. I think lastly, before I want to sign off, I want to say that I'm going to throw out there that I will be doing a live meditation on an upcoming Sunday, maybe a late afternoon, early evening. I want to encourage all of you to look out for that. I want to do that with all of my warriors. I want to make sure that we are covered individually and as a team. A cleansing, a protection, just something that's going to benefit us as individuals as well as a unit. So I just want to put that out there so you can, and like I said, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that now, please. And like the video. I have 33 likes, and looks like we have 37 who have hung with us at this point, or who are in here at the moment.
We're still hanging, babe.
I know, but we're about to sign off because I think it's been a lot. So is it, Nia, do you have anything you want to say before we sign off?
Nope, I think we covered it.
Cool. What about you, Diva?
No, I think we covered it.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Deshaun, for modding. Thanks, Jody, for hanging in there. It looks like people are probably like, okay, I got to go. But I appreciate everybody. And if you just getting this part or some of it, hit that replay and watch the whole thing. We'll see you when we return. I appreciate you very much. And till next time, peace.
Peace. Bye.